You better work this time. You better work this time. Somebody help me out. Help me out. Where's my audio? Virtual happy hour. Connect to the Wi-Fi. Is this on? Can people see me naked? Anybody watching? Am I even on the right channel? All right, virtual happy hour with CH. Let me know how my audio's sounding. Good, bad, ugly, fugly. I think we should be live. What up, Matto? What's going on, brother? We're gonna work out some kinks together right now. Let me get up on the big screen really fast. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. How are you? What's up, Josh Schultz? How are you? There's no more tonight. It's just us. We're gonna do a virtual happy hour, and I just want to get this up, and I want to get the chat up on the screen, so I can just look at the TV and I can chill with you guys. So let me go to Homebrew for Life. It should be up. I hope everybody's doing well. Happy Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. Yo, what's up? How's my audio? What's up, Sydney, Australia? Jimmy J. Okay, it says we're. How's my audio? Am I synced up? Do I look shittier? Fatter? Sad hour. Get this up. I want to get the chat up on the. That sounds okay. I could work with that. On the screen. So hope everybody's well. And I can chill with you guys. But let's get the chat going up here. So we're gonna get. The chat should be showing up. Happy Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. Yo, what's up? How's my audio? What's up, Sydney, Australia? Jimmy J. Okay, it says we're. Did I take care of Gina's Brewing? That's on my shit list. Genius was in San Diego. Good audio. Genius was in San Diego, and he didn't hit me up this week, and I think he was doing the family stuff. But last week we had it where your guys' chat was showing up, and I really like that. So let's go to chat box, Twitch, YouTube, Mixer. We'll call it chat box. There it is. Can you guys see that on your end? Oh, there's two of them. Genius was in San Diego. He didn't hit me up this week. All right. He was doing the family stuff. But last week we had it for your guys' chat showing up. I'm gonna make this a little bigger for you guys. First chat. What's going on, guys? Southern. What's that say? Okay, now we're good. Flooded South Florida. Hope everyone's well. Spent the day kind of working on this. No more today. He's doing 12-hour brew days, but we thought, why shouldn't the chat keep going on? Cheers to everybody. We got some beers. My lovely girlfriend is out of town. She's in Big Bear. I think it looks a little bit better over there. Jimmy G, good audio. I like that. So I'm just looking at you guys right here. This is awesome. I've got my computer over here, and you guys are chilling over here. So let me know if I'm too close to the mic, even though I do have the headphones on. South Florida, I don't know if it's too late for a beer over there, but I know I'm cracking one. So I got to turn the audio down. Cheers to everybody. My lovely girlfriend is out of town. She's in Big Bear. All right, I think we're good. How's everyone doing? What's up, Derek? Derek and the Dominoes. I think there might be like a 10-second delay. Let me know in the chat. What are you guys drinking tonight? Got a Carlsberg Danish Pilsner. Picked that up from my local German Tip Top Meats watering hole. What happened in the chat? Everybody die? Who's that? Keith? Chat must go on. Goddamn right, man. I like where your head's at. So I think we're going to take these and we're going to turn them into... I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing with the channel, but we've got a couple channel updates. Or I do have a couple channel updates. I had a glass. There we go. All right, I'm relaxed. Okay, let's chill out. Let's barrage out. Let me know in the comment section. Let everybody know what you guys are drinking tonight. What's going on, Papercut? How you doing, Barrage? I don't think this mug's 12 ounces, but what are you going to do? So, yeah, we're finally figuring out this Elgato stuff, and we're Streamlabs and I don't even know, PC, Windows. We're all kind of new to this. Jimmy J, I can't answer a question like that right now. Yeah, feel free to shoot to the chat. I'm going to list off a couple things we got going on. We're still working out the kinks. This will be better as time goes on. I'm trying to figure out the delays. We've got a Sony A7 right there. We just switched to XLR. I have no idea what I'm doing today. Derek P's not drinking today. Sorry to, sucks to be you, but, live your life, fam. What's up, Brian? What's going on, everybody? This is like the exact opposite of Alcoholics Anonymous. Fab Seti, what's up? Haze of Five from Palm City Brewing. Genus was in town this weekend, Mr. Peter, and he did not want to hang out with me. We tried to touch base all weekend, and I think he was with his family. What's going on, Roswell's? How you living, Braj? I think he was with his family. I think he's got 3 kids, a wife, and a bunch of family down here. And let me troll some buddies right now. And he just got a family. He just couldn't make it work. But the thing about San Diego is it's pretty much broken up into 3 cities. And what's going on in Sydney, Australia? Peter Cato in the house. San Diego's broken up into 3 cities. You have downtown by the airport, which is North Park, Point Loma, Ballast Point. There's, I don't know what Mike Hess would be one of the bigger ones down there. Modern Times. And then you go up to Miramar. So Peter was all the way down by the airport. Then you go up to Miramar, which is pretty much the halfway point. And that's pretty much La Jolla. And there's a lot of breweries over there. And then once you go north of there, it's where we live, which is called North County, which is Oceanside, Vista, Escondido, Carlsbad. And, roast the shit out of him. Hell yeah. Get his ass. What's up, Ryan? Cheers from San Diego, man. Texas in the house. So he just couldn't make it work. I don't know. We have a really good public transportation system. We shot a couple texts, a couple phone calls. We shot a video yesterday. What's up, Tony? What's up, Anthony? We shot a video yesterday at a good buddy's brewery, Craft Coast, which is out there in Oceanside. And he was the guy that used to be the head brewer, Pizza Port, Bressie Ranch, which is as big as an operation in any in San Diego besides probably Stone. I think he might be on the broadcast tomorrow night. I think Maury's working 12-hour days this week or something. But we're not going to do the broadcast thing anymore. We're going to do it on the broadcast channel. So subscribe to that channel. But this is just going to be like more of a virtual happy hour. I don't like having somebody on from San Diego and the chat's going crazy and I just want to talk to you guys. And I'm supposed to be a good listener to talk to somebody that I don't really even know. And going back and forth. So we're going to keep it separate. I'm a very impulsive guy. I bite off way more than I could ever chew. What's going on, Like Steel? Cheers, Braj. Pliny the Elder. I'm drinking like the exact opposite. But if anybody wants to check that video out, we uploaded yesterday. There's a lot of people that are worried about breweries open in San Diego. And just with the competition, let alone COVID. And this brewery that we went to yesterday or 2 days ago, Craft Coast with the tacos, it's probably the brewery you'd have to worry the least about in terms of going out of business or withstanding the test of time. Appreciate that, man. We had fun. Check this out. Let me see if this works. Let me know if you guys get this on your end.
Mandatory beer show!
I'm playing with this shit. I'll figure all this stuff out. I'm drinking from him too. It's fat shit. What's good, Renee? No matter how me and Maury sit in these chairs, we just look fat. What's up, fam? What's up, Jorge Castro? All right, let's turn this shit off. So we Craft Coast, check them out. They've got really good beer. We were drinking a beer yesterday that he had a hazy IPA that tasted like a pink Starburst, which is one of my favorite things of all time. Pink Starburst is the best Starburst by so far. I could probably turn this down a little bit. So that's kind of it. I was supposed to hit record on this. Okay. Does this work? I don't know. I've got a Zoom H6. If anybody knows, if anybody, that's the only NBC montage that I got. So we're just going to be playing that one over and over and over. We, start getting drunk and having too much fun. I got a Zoom H6. I'm literally going to try to show this to you guys without ripping anything apart. I've spent the whole day ripping my hair out. Am I still wearing the headband? I hate when I go on live with that. But it's this thing right here. Can you guys see that? Something's going to fall out and just fuck everything up. Check that out. I don't know. I don't know why it's not recording because I want to record its own separate audio file. But whatever. I'll work on that tomorrow. First NBC. All right. Welcome to the club, Matto. We got new videos coming out. We're not going to upload these videos anymore after this video is off tonight. I'm going to just delete it from the channel or put it up on the broadcast channel if we can maybe answer a question or get something out of it. Hit record. I already shit the bed on that. We got new videos coming up. We're doing hard seltzers a bunch of different ways. We're going to mix it up. We're going to try to do it with turbo yeast, safe ale yeast. We got some really good extract. We're going to do it with corn sugar, dextrose, cane sugar. And we're going to see, everyone's having too much fun with hard seltzers right now. Everyone's doing a hard seltzer and they're just slapping hard seltzer on it as you would IPA on it. And they don't really taste or look like the Trulies or the White Claws. I mean, to me, that's what a hard seltzer is. I mean, that's kind of the template for it. So we're going to play around with it. We've got some yeast energizer. I think Trevor, the Australian, is going to be coming over. It should be a good time. It should be a rad time. We got 51 people in here. If you guys have any questions, you know how to tag each other. And hope everyone's doing well. We did a video about a week ago. It was top 10 something. Top 10 tricks for new homebrewers. And it was talking about having a good brew day and, not partying too hard. A lot of people had a lot of good feedback. That was my voice crack. I'm still going through puberty. Choir boy shit. And even the chat's throwing me off now. Britannomyces Seltzer? I have no idea. Do it and you tell me about it. Do it and start a YouTube channel and we'll collab. Britannomyces Seltzer. So like sour seltzer. Why don't you just do a lemon seltzer? But anyway, back to the video. Top 10. It was more of a beginner video, but I think that we can all kind of... somebody wrote something in there that said... A comment was start your brew day early. And I can't believe I didn't even think of that. Because if I don't start a brew day that we're not at the boil or we're not hitting our strike after 10 a.m., I might even call it off. I'm not going to call it off, but you want to have your brew day going, especially now with daylight savings. If you start brewing at noon, it's going to be a long day. It's not going to be a long day, but it's going to be a longer day. But there was a lot of questions, mostly about thermometers. And if I could reiterate one thing is that to this day, I think the number one brew tool, the most important brew tool you could possibly have is a calibrated thermometer. When I first started brewing, I had 5 of those stainless steel ones, the shitty ones that you would take and you stick into your barbecue and your meat and your poultry and stuff. And I remember I would just look at them and they would all be so off. And I would just take of the 5, like the closest 2 and just be like, yeah, we're brewing. And then when I actually learned how to calibrate, when I would put them in boiling water and adjust it, turn the back little dial thing to get to 212, I was in shock. So, and you think about it like in construction, everybody wants, we're all talking about the $500 fermenter, or in construction, the $1,000 tool, or the 30 whatever lithium battery, 30 volt lithium battery. The number one thing in construction, which you use the most, is your measuring tape and your pencil. And if that's off, you're fucked. But and I know what people were saying. They were saying that, what's up, Baldo? They were saying that they just assume that a thermometer is calibrated and it's good to go, like a measuring tape, like your tape in construction. No. Get to an Inkbird fast. I always calibrate my Inkbird. Anvil came out with a good one. I think it's even a little bit easier to use than the Inkbird. It's actually, the Anvil one's better or easier to use, but I don't think it has like the beeping alarm, which the Inkbird does. But if you're not home, who cares? And just in short, the Anvil one's easier to use, and I think it's $20, which I think the thermometers, the stainless steel ones, are 15, 12, 13. So if that's the one thing I could stress the most, and it all starts from there. It all starts from there. If you have a calibrated thermometer, you have a calibrated strike temperature, you have a calibrated mash, you have a calibrated, you don't really need boil. Once it starts boiling, you small little rumble, you know you're at boil. But everything starts from there. I mean, imagine doing construction with a tape measure that was 2 inches off. You'd be wasting a long time. What's up, Tom Mellon? Barrage Gone Wild. What's going on, everybody? I like the chat coming in. I'm still trying to figure a couple things out. I know this Streamlabs thing has a ton of... I want to give you guys like a quick little room tour, but I don't want to fuck anything up. But I'm looking at this. I've got my PC here. Maybe I'll put something on Instagram or something. I can look over here. I see Roswell's Orange Soda Seltzer. Baldo, what's up, man? It comes in a little bit late up here. That's my girlfriend back there. That's me and my girlfriend back there. I could see that. I could tell this is a little bit off center. But as long as the audio sounds good, we're cooking with grease. And that was kind of the problem when I was here with when me and Babs would do it, and I'd interview my old bosses and stuff. Why do I talk with my hands? I'm permanently a third base coach. When me and Maury are on, or who's ever on, I wanted to take these and detach the audio and put it on Spotify. But we both need to be mic'd up, and I need to know what's going on with the mixer. If we're not mic'd up and me and Maury we're moving around like that, it's impossible for Babs to kind of gauge it together. And if you want to put it on Spotify, it has to be perfect. The audio has to be perfect. If you're putting it on a podcast format where people are going to be listening at work or while they are driving, the audio has to sound perfect. So I can't take any of the stuff that we use. That's why there's not too much content on the broadcast. But it's only going to get better. And I just kind of called it off last week. I said, hey, I buy all this stuff and I don't know how to use it, and I'm broke. That's a bad combination. This PC was probably $1,500. This Zoom H6, I think, was $300. I figured out how to use this thing today. I've had it for a month. XLRs finally came in. I've got one here. We've got one in the garage. We've got, I need another pair of headphones. But today it's all about virtual happy hour, chilling with you, Brages, Rhino, Brew Mill Tony, Derek P. And let me know if the audio sounds like shit, if it's glitching. I do not know Streamlabs. And that's it. I don't know. I've been in a cave for the last week. Who won the election? Was it Al Donnelly or Hillary? Tiffany? No, I'm kidding. No politics. I literally don't care at all about anybody's whatever. What are you guys talking about? Shocked Pikachu? Looks like I see some Craigslist stuff going on. What is my favorite commercial beer? I like this. I could do these questions. See, this is what I want. I just want to shoot the shit. I want me and Maury to come in here. What is my favorite commercial beer? Excluding any IPAs. I don't know. When you think of a question like that, you think of maybe recent beers that stood out to you. I'm going to try to relax, but the more I relax, the more I look fat. What's up, King Augie? I'm telling you, that beer that I had yesterday at my buddy's brewery, Craft Coast in Oceanside, 1 block from the beach. They have their own kitchen. They have a patio. They are COVID ready. They are California ready. And they had a hazy IPA that tasted like a pink starburst. And it was awesome. Are you still going to make a video on water chemistry? Yeah, I mean, we could just shoot the shit. That would be something that me and Maury would have on, or we would just probably do something like this. And then if we did a good job, a 10-minute video, we would take that video and then probably throw it on the broadcast. Or maybe even Homebrew for Life. But I'm blowing it with the Homebrew for Life channel. I'm getting the trolls. I deserve to get the trolls. I get it. I get the thumbs downs. I get the comments in the morning where people, they even threw me and Genus in one together. They were like, I used to like your videos. They were fun and concise. And then you just put up these 2-hour rants. Genus did it too. I'm unsubscribing to you guys. And that's fair. You know, that's cool. And I sent it to Peter over at Genius and we were having some laughs. They're a more kind of developed grain to glass channel, which is probably better for those 2-hour videos because you could really talk about it all day. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's endless. And you're pretty much just asking the guy that has the most experience. But Homebrew for Life, I try to keep it with my ADD, there goes a squirrel, 5 to 7 minute videos, which we don't play into YouTube's format because YouTube wants the 20-minute videos. But I'd rather keep it G. I'd rather keep it homie. Yeah, Maury can cruise over. I don't know where my phone is. If anybody wants to drop in, if you're in San Diego, we've got a couch right here. Who's seen my phone? Can you guys see my phone? And someone chat where my phone is. Oh, here we go. Who's talking shit? Oh, God. All right, how do I send a video of this? So if I'm going to take this, I'm going to send this to the homies. We're going to go. All right. Maybe I can get Donnie over here. Actually, Donnie hates being on camera. Homebrew for Life. What's good, Jake Nelson? Water chemistry would be a good video. That would definitely be a super boring Homebrew for Life video. But, yeah, there's a lot of right and wrong with waters, hard waters, soft waters, calcium chlorides. We do a lot of... okay, let me just send this to some loser friends. I don't know how I do this. I don't know how I do this. How do I... There's the 3 dots. I don't know. I can't hear my voice, though. The Garage Real Life Homebrew for channel. Yeah, chilling right now. I've got a really good beer right here. Booze Brothers Mango. Pretty much every beer that they do right now is like a one-off. That's a good question. That caught my attention. Jimmy J, how high is 2 alcohol by volume? Well, you probably can't chug a beer faster than me. Too high? I mean, how much do you want to drink it? If I'm drinking in the daytime with my friends, all I drink is pretty much Pilsners at this age. I drink IPAs if I'm closer to home, and I drive everywhere. So I don't drive after 4 beers. And if I do, I have my girlfriend pick me up. Getting drunk's weird. It's fun. Getting drunk's weird, but it's like here's how getting drunk works. Here's the what word am I looking for? Anatomy of getting drunk. When you have 1 to 4 drinks, you're like, okay, I'm going to keep it mellow. I'm going to go out. I'm going to hang out with my buddies. We're going to have 1 to 4 beers, no shots, nothing too crazy. I don't drink wine. I don't really drink hard liquor. I'm going to have 1 to 4, and then I'm going to go home. But then you get into that range of like 5 to 8, and you're like, okay, now I'm definitely not going to drive home. I'm going to Uber. I'm going to get a ride for my girlfriend. I'm going to have a buddy take me home. And then you get in that drink thing from like 9 to 15, and you're like, I'm definitely driving. I'm definitely kicking everybody's ass. I'm definitely operating that forklift. It's like, I got to minimize those nights at my age. But I think we've all been there, and that was kind of a 20s thing. But I don't know. Don't use a condom. You could beat this guy up. Take another shot of tequila. Take your shirt off. Get your ass kicked. Embarrass yourself at your sister's wedding. We got to keep those days to a minimum these days. What's up? What's going on? What's going on, Donovan S? What's up, Eric Suave? Distill the highest alcohol by volume. We always want to distill, but it's illegal to even homebrew. It's illegal to even distill now. And a lot of companies they lost a lot of money in that, like Anvil and Grainfather. They all made those $300 parts where you could distill from your electric brew systems, but they can't sell them, at least not in the United States anymore. And that was a big thing. We really wanted to get into that. And I heard they're pulling channels. We're not big enough for YouTube to even give a fuck about us, but I heard that they're pulling channels and you can get arrested for just distilling at home. Just making moonshine at home, which doesn't make sense because you're not making money. You know, the government generally doesn't really fucking care about you unless you're making money, and then, you know, then they want their cut. So you'd think that they would actually legalize it, but I don't know why. All I know is that there was a lot of brands that put all of their, not all of their, but a lot of their chips into distilling, and I don't know, sell them to people overseas, move to Canada, make your YouTube channel up there. I don't know, but that was a bummer because not only can I not do it, I can't make a YouTube video out of it. And I think we'd have a lot of fun with that. NBC, it's the same NBC. You guys want to see the NBC thing again? All night, just put it on loop. NBC, should we do it? All right. Here, let me make it smaller so we can actually chug beers. Let me go. We're going to NBC, and we're going to go to... Can we make this smaller? Okay, that's alert box. Here's NBC. All right. No, that's video capture. Where's NBC? We're not going to fuck with that. We're just going to chug a beer.
Mandatory beer show!
All right, no more Pilsners. It's upgrade. My girlfriend's out of town. Oh, shit. Is it on loop? Kill it. NBC, we're going to kill it. Hand sanitizer. Everyone's making hand sanitizer, making a ton of money right now. What's going on? I see 63 people in here, but I only see about 10 people chiming in. Damn regulations is right, man. And really bad news. I think we're going to shut back down on Friday. That's really bad news. Just when you think the election's over with and nobody... I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to say anything stupid and political because no matter what you say politically, everyone goes on Instagram and they say something and they'll probably agree with pen pals or whatever. But the people that like you in real life or your friends in real life or your girlfriend, your siblings, you can cut those in half. So all I know is that we're shutting down in California on Friday. It sucks. And I wish everybody the best. And if anybody out there that has, you know, has a small business or a big business and their shit's getting affected, it's heartbreaking. And my heart goes out to you guys. So I don't know. Shit, I wish I had something better to say, but let's just hope that this is all over sooner than later because it's been fucking ridiculous. I remember back in February when my buddy, what's up, Josh Schultz? I remember when my buddies in February, I got a lot of friends that own breweries, and they're just like, man, if this lasts even a month or 6 weeks, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's fucking 9 months later. It's 9 months later. I'm going to talk some shit to Donnie. We'll try to get Donnie over here. But I'll try to stay off my phone. And let's crack some beers. I've got a Berliner Weiss, and I've got a... What do you guys think? I got an Alfarm beer, and I got a Mango Tropics. both from Booze Brothers. This is their sister label. And you know what? I'm going to go Mango Tropics because my girlfriend's out of town and I don't have to drive anywhere or go anywhere or do anything. Time to stock up on brew supplies. Yeah. Do you guys even have good homebrew stores in your towns anymore? We've got one. And it sucks. I don't think he's listening, so we're off the hook. It looks pretty good. I can dig how the quality isn't that bad. Another shutdown, brew day every day. Tom Mellon has the right idea. Goddamn right, Tom. And what music do I listen to? What music do I listen to? I go through music the same way I go through beer. I'll get into a band and just burn myself out. The same way I did with Fresh Squeeze from Deschutes. When somebody told me about Fresh Squeeze, they're like, you have to try this beer. It's the best beer you're ever going to have. In my mind, automatically you ruined it for me because no, it's not. But I did drink the beer and I was like, holy shit, this tastes like a childhood fruit roll-up. And that's when beers taste the best, when it's supposed to taste like apricot or pink starburst or childhood fruit roll-up. But they didn't add any puree in there. They're just getting that taste from the hops. That's when you know it's a really good brewer. So I burned myself out on Deschutes Fresh Squeeze. I just drank too much of it. It just kind of got a little bit malty for me. More stories on the life of CH. Well, I'm still a virgin and I'm $30,000 in debt. But favorite band of all time, probably The Clash, Talking Heads, Frank Zappa. I mean, I went through a phase where I just listened to Miles Davis in college for a little bit. I didn't want to hear people talk. I couldn't stand people singing for a little bit. And, I mean, I've gone through phases where I've listened to The Police, Andy Summers, and Sting, and what's the drummer's name? Copeland? Something Copeland? But I used to be in a Clash cover band in college, and I haven't jammed in a while. But I knew a little bit of piano. I taught myself how to play Fur Elise when I was like 23. Moonlight Sonata. And then mostly punk rock. And for anybody who's a Talking Heads fan, there's a phenomenal thing, I believe, on YouTube right now. It's David Burns. I think it's called Utopia or Euphoria. And it is a great show. It's like Talking Heads meets Circus du Soleil. And it rips. But I've gone through every phase. You know, when you're young, when you're a kid, you're all fucking angry and you're listening to, you know, reggae music and rap music and punk rock. And you just want to, you know, be the exact opposite of your parents. And then you grow up and you just, I don't know, we just all kind of stopped listening to reggae. And I still listen to it, at a buddy's house, but I wouldn't put it on or probably go to as many concerts. There was a band called The Sounds from Sweden. It was a chick lead singer, mega babe, blonde. I was into them for a couple of years. I don't know. Stuart Copeland. Yeah, his dad actually was like FBI, CIA. And that's funny because while we're on the Talking Heads thing, Tina Weymouth, the bass player from Talking Heads, her dad, I think, was an admiral in the Navy, and he was with my grandfather. My grandfather was like an 06, and they both went to Navy, Annapolis. And it's just funny, like I believe he's an admiral, and then you have a daughter that's in the Talking Heads. You know, you're the exact opposite of your parents, and both extremely successful, and that's just super rad. I'm getting into saving my yeast. That's a good thing if you're brewing a lot. Saving yeast is a good thing if you're brewing a lot and you're doing a lot of beer. I mean, if you're doing 10-gallon batches, 15-gallon batches. Pop Punk, Blink-182. I don't cultivate yeast, or I don't save any yeast. I don't wash any yeast because usually when we're doing a grain to glass video, it's something crazy. Like if I go through my yeast thing right now, it's probably Safe Ale, Turbo Yeast, Lalamont. I'll show it to you. I'll show you what I got. I've got a garage too, but what do we got here? Peter sent me this. What's going on, Mauricio? I used to listen to a ton of Sublime. Sublime's got soul. Peter sent me that. We still haven't used the Philly sour yeast. We kind of did one at Booze Brothers. I mean, by kind of did one. I drank it. I had no involvement in the brew process. Kind of tasted a little bit Belgian-y, but we'll do another one. A good thing about brewing is if you actually set the time aside to do a brew day, brew 3 beers in one day. Brew one on your stove, brew one on your burner, and if you have an electrical brew system, brew 3 beers. Brew 3 beers in one day. It's not going to take you that much more time. I mean, it's going to cost more money, but if you're a home brewer, you probably have a couple bucks. You probably are outside of high school, probably outside of college. You have a job, and you can afford this stuff. Turbo yeast is pretty insane. I got turbo yeast from the brewer at Culture in Solana Beach, and he was doing his hard seltzers with it, and that was the best one I had. It was a key lime hard seltzer from Culture Brewery. Unfortunately, they don't distribute at all. They're just a tasting room. We've talked about that on a couple of the broadcasts. What's going on, John Reese? Welcome to the chat. Inner City, what's up? What's going on? Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent cracks me up, man. That guy doesn't give a fuck. He lives his life. I like a lot of bands. The only bands I kind of hate, I don't know. I mean, I've gone through phases with everything. I mean, when I was 7, 8, 9 years old, I remember I was like the Pearl Jam Nirvana box set kid, and all the parents thought we were fucked up and stuff just because it was, I don't know, grunge, 90s rock and roll. And then, the Foo Fighters and just the MTV area. I'm 35 years old, so we all probably grew up watching the same stuff. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, pretty much everything they play on the radio or play on the TV that force feeds you this until your ears, until you remember the chorus and all the lyrics is what we were buying and what we were listening to. Music's way different now, and I think music is better now because as far as the platforms like Pandora and Spotify, I've learned about way more music now just from one of your favorite band stations. I was like the last guy to get on board with Tame Impala. I figured out about Tame Impala like a year ago, fell in love with them, listened to all their albums. And I was going around like Alice in Chains. Yeah, rest in peace. And I was going around talking to, hell yeah, man, Alice in Chains. The Pacific Northwest at that time. My family's from Seattle on my mom's side, so Seattle's like the grunge capital of the world. But what's good, Gio? Anyone use the Lutra? What Peter said about the Lutra is he said ferment hotter than a motherfucker. And I think I fermented when I was doing Kvike, I think it was White Labs, and I was fermenting at like 85, 90. And when I ferment, here's kind of my rule of thumb is that I never look at the back of the, this beer looks good. Picture me rolling. What up, Travis? Shout out to Travis. He sent me a package. I'm sending everybody beers out next week. Travis was in the service. Thank you for your service. He's a barrage. Tame Impala does kill. What the hell were we just talking about? Oh, I never read the back of yeast packets. I swear White Labs all say the same thing. It's all the same bullshit. What I do is I will put my fermenter in an ice bath right after we knock out, and then you're probably not going to get activity in your airlock instantly, but you might. If you do oxygen in a yeast starter, you might get it within in an hour or two, which I love. There's nothing worse than waking up in the morning when you're a young new brewer and your garage is trash and you're looking at your airlock and you're just like, fuck. But it's 75 degrees and you have no idea how to cool it down, nor do you have the stuff. But if you do have the stuff, take an ice bath, and when you first start kind of see little a couple bubbles in your airlock, take your fermenter, put it in your ice bath, your bathtub, the quart cooler I'm always telling everybody to buy, and start low. Fill it up with ice water and start at 60 and then move it up to like 73. And where it goes the most ape shit, because I've like bought in White Labs yeast where they're like, yeah, keep it at 69. I've gotten way better results at mid 70s, or the polar opposite, keep it at 63. So I think that's a good rule of thumb. I'm a big, I don't know if you guys watch the channel consistently or whatever. What's up, Walter? But I'm a big system over recipe, because, just going back, thinking about 6 years ago when I first started, it was like, there's this thing that fucks with brewers when you first start out, where you think there's like the perfect recipe. You know what I'm saying? Like when you first start out, you're like, you brew a beer and your friends drink it and you're like, this tastes good. This is so good. I'm going to be the next Pliny the Elder. I'm going to be the next Sculpin. No, if you tried to brew that same beer again, it'd probably be a little bit different. I'm not saying you got lucky, you got beginner's luck, but if it kind of tastes drinkable and you made it and you're going to have pride of ownership, you're going to think it's good or way better than it really is. Same with me. First 20 times I brewed. But when you're starting out brewing, you have this kind of like, there's this secret recipe or this ancient Chinese secret where I'm going to brew this beer and I'm going to patent the recipe. And if you think about Pliny the Elder, I think Pliny the Elder is almost 3 decades old. It took them almost 30 years to kind of create that demand. It's a great beer. It's kind of pricey. It's hard to find. I would say the marketing outweighs the recipe. It's Russian River. They haven't sold out yet. People love that. It's California. That's cool for me, I guess, if you're kind of a East Coast, West Coast guy. But the whole idea of there's like this perfect recipe out there, kind of like the movie Beer Fest. Beer Fest, was that it? What is it, Grandpapa? This is the greatest beer in history. It's not out there. It's not out there. And even if you can make it and you win a Homebrew award, the hardest part is still selling it and distribution chains and getting it into 50 states and paying people and a lot of overhead. So again, I would just say to any new cat starting out, start and focus. I say do the same recipe 5 times and hold on to one. Do the recipe, hold on to one, brew it again, drink it, compare it, be like, okay, that tastes a little bit less malty. Okay, do it again, 3rd time. By the 4th time, 5th time, you'll have your system probably dialed in and you'll have that recipe dialed in. So, I don't know. What's up, Carlos? Where's everybody at? Who's talking shit? Who wants some shit? We got 80 people watching right now. What is this? Mango Tropics. Good. It's good beer. Number 1 beer on my mind right now, though. I don't know what it's called, but it's Craft Coast's Hazy. And I don't know if you can coin it Pink Starburst, but I would. I would call it Pink Starburst, and I think that would sell like a fucking hotcake. Best beer movie ever? There's actually not that many. Best beer movie ever. Party movie? Old school? Caddyshack? I didn't even like Beer Fest until like the 10th time I saw it. A ZJ? A BJ? What's a BJ? What's a ZJ? What's the infamous line? What's up, Hell's Brews? Raul from Mexico. Cheers in the house. If you got ass, you can't afford it. It's like a $3 foot blowjob from a gay dude or something. What's going on, guys? Raul in the house. If you got Raul, plug your channel. Nicholas Parker, thanks, man. You guys are showing up. Yeah, Animal House is probably the best comedy of all time. Animal House is probably, you're talking John Belushi. Is this a broadcast record? I might put it up on the broadcast channel. I still don't know what I'm doing with it. Right now, I'm literally just trying to hone in my audio. And I'm trying to do it without having people come over, and I can't teach them anything that I don't know myself. Homebrew for Life next year we'll have Animal House. Animal House is fucking best, man. Clone video of the Pink Starburst IPA. If he wants to give that recipe out, Blake from Craft Coast, and some guys are like, keep that shit to the chest. They think that their recipes are, the holy grail. But a lot of breweries just put their recipes out there, and I think it actually popularizes that beer and maybe even that style. I think Deschutes did that. And that's how we got our recipe for Pine Drops and Fresh Squeezed. That was a while ago. That was when we first started all hanging out. What am I normally fermenting in now? Saw the video with the buckets. Never glass, always buckets. I think I'm going to brew 4. Thank you. Audio sounds good. Everyone's happy. I think I'm going to brew 4 hard seltzers tomorrow. I want it to be clear, and I don't want it to taste like sake, or I don't want it to taste like anything juicy. Audio sounds good. I'm a happy boy because I hate Streamlabs with all my heart, but generally, I don't know if it was easy, anybody could do it, but I'll have it figured out. I'm looking at a lot right here. There's like this crazy mixer. I've got my cameras over here. Can I move the camera around? I want to show you guys Streamlabs. Come here. Come here, you little sweet baby boys. This could be very bad or very good. You guys see that? That's my computer. That's the computer right there. And then here's my shitty face showing up here. So that's kind of my gist. That's what I got kind of going on. So I'm pretty much just using my television as my external monitor, and it's kind of working out. It's kind of cool. What's up, Corey? What's going on, man? And let us know what you guys are drinking. Girlfriend's out of town for 2 days. Yeah, see, so I'm looking at it now. So I got like a 10-second delay. That's Streamlabs. That computer was a bitch to put together. It took me all day. There's Corey Frazier showing up now on my end. How are you guys watching this? Are you guys on your phone? Fresh from Civil. I don't know what that means, but what's up, dude? Let us know how you do the hard seltzer. Yeah, we will. You pretty much just need yeast energizer. But that video will be coming out. Sous vide. Did I even say that? We're going to be doing some sous vide. We're trying to get way more. My favorite person on YouTube. Who? Hellbrews? Had it with that motherfucker. We're trying to get more into cooking. The beer videos are cool and everything, but the bummer about... Can you guys still hear me? The bummer about beer, the bummer about homebrew is that just the reality of it is people come in and come out as fast. It's almost like this ever lasting revolving door of, it seems, about 20,000 homebrewers. Like, even if you look at the homebrew channels, Short Circuited, Genus, who's that British guy that does a new homebrew challenge? We all kind of have like the same amount of subscribers, and it just seems like food's more universal. Nobody watches our food videos, even though I love making the food videos, probably the most. But I don't know. I guess that doesn't matter. Like, if you have 20 new guys drop out of homebrewing and 20 new guys come in and they want to watch your IPA video, it still has that shelf life, I guess. But yeah, drinking IPA all day. Sean O'Neill. Force carbonating with a glass glower. I have no idea what that means, but that sounds dangerous as hell. But once you start making the food videos, yeah, I think we're gonna do a porter. I don't know if you guys were checking out when Mondo came on, but he's a really good roaster and he's a coffee guy. So there's 4 things you buy, mom and pop. Who knows what those are? There's 4 things you buy. You always buy mom and pop. There's some things you buy off Amazon. I don't know why I have a finger out because on Amazon, you want to get your office supplies. You want to get your deodorant. You buy that stuff off Amazon. 4 things you always buy off mom and pop. Beer. Always support the local people. Coffee. Meat. Go to your local Mexican meat markets or your little German meat markets. And marijuana. 4 things. Always buy those. And Craig too. Is he still around? And Mondo's a local guy. He's a great roaster. He's just got no avenue of exposure. He doesn't know he's putting all of his chips into Instagram, but all that shit's just, follow for follow. And it's not, it's just different than having, a YouTube channel. Different platforms and followers are completely different from one to the next. But we're going to do a video. We're going to do a coffee porter, and it's going to come out for Christmas, and it should be really good in time, and maybe we could write some jokes. Tacos and beer, tacos and coffee, beer. But we're going to make that video. Hopefully we get Mondo's some coffee, some love. It's really good coffee. It's just like the guy that, is the best guitar player in the world or the funniest guy in the world, but he never leaves his bedroom. He doesn't know how to use avenues of exposure, or maybe he doesn't want to. I don't know. That's how I kind of look at Mondo. So in the video, we'll give him some shine, and maybe he'll get some online orders or something. But he's just a little guy, a local guy. He's going to provide the coffee. He does not have a brick and mortar. He's just a little barrage trying to do what we're all doing, trying to get paid and laid at least once a week these days at 35. New Jersey, Drinking Cane Brewing. I don't know what's up with... we try to talk about cities, beers, and stuff. We don't even know our own in San Diego. Like I was saying earlier, San Diego is broken up into 3 cities. It's broken up into San Diego, Miramar, and North County. These people are throwing out all their favorite beers that they recommend. Cane Brewing, Indicators. I don't even know half the breweries in Miramar yet. And I think for the most part, Miramar is all industrial park. And that day is kind of not dead, but it's not what it was 5 or 6 years ago. The name of the game in San Diego is everybody wants to be on the coast. And you kind of have to be on the coast because you get tourism, you get foot traffic, you get the weather, and you don't get that stuff when you're inland. But again, like the video that we shot, all right, remember to give it a thumbs up and troll Rhino's channel. You got to be by the coast now. It's just a different game in California with COVID. You have to have your own kitchen. You have to have a patio, kid friendly. And again, 2 days ago when I visited my buddy Blake's brewery, Craft Coast, I was looking around and I was like, okay, you have investors, but B, this is perfect. This is the perfect way to open up a brewery in 2020 in a saturated market during COVID. You've got tacos in-house, which means you're not using food trucks, or there's breweries that have, they'll share their business with, I don't know, like a barbecue place or something. But if you own both, if you're the brewery that owns the tacos, you're making money off both ends because some people are going to come in just to get your food and not get your beer. So you're making money on both sides. It's a block from the pier, a block from the harbor, Oceanside Harbor. Very beautiful. And he's right on the coast. And it's pretty much, I don't know if other local breweries are secretly mad. San Diego still has kind of a community, more so than Orange County.
And if you think I'm talking shit about Orange County right now, I probably am. But Orange County is kind of San Diego. I know a lot of breweries that where if they're out of yeast or if they're out of grain, they'll hit up a neighboring brewery and they'll hook them up or let them store some stuff there. Orange County, it's all like 23-year-old shitty looking kids with rich dads that are just trying to get into like the hard seltzer scene and trying to get in, get out really fast. They're not in it for the beer. They're in it for the money, the gold rush. But I think San Diego, I mean, competition's always going to make it more difficult, but there's not, it seems pretty civil for the most part. I think so. Hope so. We got 90 viewers in the house. Is there anything else we do? Mandatory Beer Chug? NBC? Are you guys hearing the audio on the NBC? Because I don't hear it. I don't hear anything that comes from this computer. 10-second delay. Can you guys hear this? Can you guys hear this? Let me know if you guys think my girlfriend's good looking. Let me know if you guys need. Let me know if I need to lose a couple pounds. Like 30. Fontana. Hell yeah, brother. Greeting from Massachusetts. What's going on, John Smith? I think that was my fake ID when I was 16. John Smith. Sorry if I got you in trouble. Hanger, that sounds familiar. All right, guys.
Mandatory Beer Chug!
That was 5. I show up there. I go to work at like 6 in the morning. I don't know what else to talk about, but I think this is cool. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I know it's difficult. That guy in the NBC, that was a homie from Germany that sent that to me. And then Raul from Mexico, he's in the NBC video. And I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. That's Garrett. That's G2. That's Morpheus. That's me and Maury. That's The Office right there. Jon Snow. I've watched Game of Thrones twice. I watched Game of Thrones the first time, and then I watched it again in subtitles, and I'm going to watch it again in Spanish. So, what video game soundtracks are you using in your vids? Perfection. That's a very good question, and no one's asked me that. And I put a lot of research into that. Sorry, I'm dying. I mean, we're all dying, but what is that? What video games do I use? So here's kind of how I do my video game thing. I was a big gamer, kind of closet case nerd, even in high school, playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII, Secret of Mana, Chrono Triggers, Legend of Legaia, Legend of Lagoon, everything you could think of. Capcom, Konami, Mega Man. That was my thing kind of growing up, was just couldn't peel the controller out of my hand. And a lot of the music that I listen to is, there's a lot of people that do cosplay or cosplay, and they'll just have a violin and they'll shred some Zelda song or some Final Fantasy VI song that's better than the actual original, which isn't tough to do when it's Altered Beast, when it's 8-bit or 16-bit. But all my friends make fun of me for it. Street Fighter 2, I use Guile's theme all the time. Is that Booze Brothers? Brothers Truck Parts? Oh, never mind. But all my friends make fun of me all the time because I'm always using Nintendo music or Capcom music or Final Fantasy music. And if you think about the guys that were the composers, that these guys from the Juilliards of Tokyo that wrote the soundtracks for these games, they're some of the most brilliant musicians in the world. But when you put it with Nintendo, 35 years old, you're going to make fun of your friend for it. But if you actually just listen to it, like the London Philharmonic Symphony, a lot of symphonies like play Mega Man 2 and stuff. And I'll take a little bit of that and I'll put a filter on it. And that's all the stuff that I use for Homebrew for Life. And I don't get in trouble. I've gotten one strike from copyright yet, and I do steal. I used to steal more, but now I ask for permission. But, yeah. You're stealing from the guy that stole from the guy that stole from the guy. So who's really going to get in trouble? Somebody wrote it for a Nintendo game in 1992, and then this guy stole it and made it techno, and then this guy stole the techno version and made it the same length but classical. Now I'm going to steal it from you. I don't know. You steal from the bank robber, from the bank robber, from the bank robber. It's convoluted, you know. I still think it's the original guy that stole the original thing. But Chrono Trigger is my favorite video game of all time. It's my favorite video game of all time. It's got the best story. And I try to play that game once a year. I don't have it right now. I had it on Game Boy DS. But the Super Nintendo Mini just came out, or like a year or two ago. And it has all my favorite RPGs on that except Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is the Bible in my book for Japanese JRPGs, Japanese role-playing video games. It's so weird. I have no patience. I have no time to waste with people or jobs and squirrels, and I'm always kind of interrupting people. But I can edit and I can play like Final Fantasy video games. I never figured it out. I'm the most... CH is the modern Robin Hood. I get more comments from Chrono Trigger or the video game music than anything. And it feels good to be I don't know, that nostalgia thing. Where do I know that from? When you put it together, you're like, oh shit, that was Secret of Mana. Oh wow, that was Xenogears. Oh, that was fucking Sonic. My parents were married. Such happy times. I don't know. Brothers, truck parts. I could see more over here. Bob Coral, Roswell's. He reminds me of the Worms Armageddon game. He's got that little... So when I'm looking at YouTube, I see your guys' profile picture show up. It's pretty cool how Streamlabs does this. We pay $20 a month. And I mean, if we're utilizing it, we're at least going to be doing one of these a week. And I think do you guys want me to have Maury on every time? Or do you guys want just some chum? Or just somebody from the San Diego beer scene where it's probably fucking awkward if they come over just because we haven't met before. But I was thinking it should be me and Maury every week for the virtual happy hour. Because we're in the Homebrew for Life videos. We're the only two guys that are consistently in them. Donnie's always over, but he refuses to be on camera. But then he'll get drunk and want to wrestle me in the dark. It's kind of weird. But then I think maybe the broadcast or Spotify could be more. Have some head brewer over, or some business owner, somebody that owns a brewery over, and talk about, you know, who they are, how long they've been in the beer scene, what they did before this, where they see beer in 5 years, and, you know, the toughest things they've had to overcome and stuff. And I think that'd be rad. What up, Dylan? He's the homie. He's always checking stuff out. He's always commenting. Yeah, Maury every time for the this isn't even the broadcast. This is just the Homebrew for Life virtual happy hour. And once you guys see this, get Maury on. I hear you. And once you guys see this, I'll probably... Why not both? Well, if I want to have Maury on, I'm not going to be like, hey, Maury, can I... Trevor's the brush? I'm surprised he's not chimed in. Usually he's like... right outside or something. It's pretty cool that I met that guy. From Australia, lives like a couple streets up. It's pretty crazy. What's Sad Hour? I like the Sad Hour. Steve Blakely. Hey, Steve, shout out to you. So Steve, it's going to show up 10 seconds later on here. He tried to send me beer, and we were supposed to drink it tonight for the Sad Hour, but unfortunately, from whatever, I don't know if it got returned to sender, or I guess it wouldn't go to my P.O. box. It was just, it was going to come to my home address. So Steve, you have my home address. Don't put it on the internet, or put it on the internet. Come over to my house. You try to find some money, rob me. I'll start laughing and look for money with you. But we were supposed to drink his beers tonight. I think they came from Altamont, I believe. But Steve Blakely, he's new to the, what is my favorite word in the English dictionary? Vagina. Hey, CH, found your videos a bit ago. Really enjoy them. Cheers, Walter. Thanks, Braj. Who's your favorite character in Chrono Trigger? Why and why it's Frog? It's Chrono, Frog, or Marley or Marl. Maury is dope. Maybe more technical stuff on Spotify with brew community guests. Yeah, I think that, sure. I mean, it's always you always start with like 4 questions on a podcast, and then it's just going to veer off organically. And I think that's where the interest is. And, if you start talking about beer and this guy's talking about, veering off, whatever, talking about, personalized stuff, I think that could be just as rad. What's up, Steve? I got to look over here. This is all throwing me off. What's the Brewing Network? I just built my fridge kegerator off your video. Keg my first batch tonight. Should I have the beer line connected? Mike Brady, thanks for making that. To anybody out there, I don't know what the Brewing Network is. To Mike Brady, one of the best things I could advise on kind of a DIY guy, kind of a Jimmy rigger, is that never use beer line that is less than 6 feet. Just go with 10 feet. Anything less than 6 feet, it's going to just foam and overpour. And it's going to fuck with your head if you don't know what's going on, because you're going to, your PSI is set to 10. I didn't force carbonate it. What the hell's going on? But if you have super short beer line, your beers are going to be super foaming. And when you're doing 5-gallon batches, you can't afford to have foamy beer. You can't afford to be wasting beer. That's why homebrewers are the best beer tenders of all time. It's because we don't waste beer. The difficult the beer is becoming to pour. That's water. When you're pouring a beer, I literally start like horizontal and come into it. I can't stand when my coworkers waste beer. Don't waste beer. Don't waste food. It's ridiculous. Hey, Raj, just brewed my first home beer. After watching your Hazy Kavik video about 100 times, helped me much. Was insanely good. Right on, Zach. Yeah, I brewed that with Mike from Culver. We've been hanging out for about a year. He's a really good dude. He's got a brewery that some breweries have. The breweries with investors, you can tell. Like, they're big, deep pockets, and they've got, rich guys coming in to see who's hitting their numbers and stuff. The breweries I like going to, the more neighborhood breweries. The breweries, to be honest with you, I don't want them to make money or ever change, because I won't like it as much. Sorry, Mike. But yeah, that's Mike from Culver. It was his Kavike recipe, and that was funny because he doesn't really even do hazies. So glad you watched that video. Glad that worked out. All I hear is longer the better. That's why I'm always disappointed. I have no idea what that means. Oh, yeah. 10 feet. Yeah, 10 feet. And that's a good question. Do you guys clear your beer lines? Do you guys clear your beer lines, or is it just worth it to put in brand new ones? If I'm doing IPA to IPA, I'll probably clean the beer lines. But if I'm doing Fute Puree, something that's just sitting in beer lines and I want to put like a light beer in there, I'd probably just spend the $8 or whatever. But it's your call. There's no right or wrong. Depends how OCD'd out you are. But that's kind of subjective. But what's not subjective is always use 10 feet. Perfect pours. Even at breweries, even at commercial breweries, they've always got shit hanging out in the back and extra stuff, even if the cold box is like right there. We've been doing it for an hour. You guys want to keep going? You guys want to keep browsing? Drink another beer? I mean, I literally have nothing to do. There you go, Panda Patroller. Clean them unless they're different beers. And an advantage that homebrewers will always have is a lot of times when you go to a dive bar and you drink a beer and you know the beer tastes off and you don't know why, it's because they don't clean their beer lines. I have friends that when we go to a dive bar or a shitty spot or a funky restaurant, they'll only order beer in bottles because they don't trust the situation. So I agree with Panda right there. I think we need another NBC. Will I drain the main vein? Keep it going. Defonius Monk. Cold brew. It's too expensive. What's going on, Mike? Q1. Shout out from Bakersfield. Started homebrewing, and all y'all videos have been helping me tremendously. Thanks for watching, man. You guys' support, you guys' comments, you guys' views. Keep this going. And it's a two-way streak. You guys we make content. You guys watch it. The love goes both ways, and we don't burn ourselves out. And we make a couple bucks through the ad revenue and selling a couple t-shirts to Travis Morin and male prostitution. I don't know. You star sand? Caustic your cake lines. All right, here we go. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Mandatory beer shot!
Coming. Drain the main vein. Drain the main vein. All right, what's going on? Still got some beer left. 8:15. I come back in like 20 seconds, I promise. I'm just getting used to this whole delay right here. That shirt you are repping looks pretty sweet today. Thanks, man. We sell these, and when you guys, I want to say something really fast. When you guys do support us and buy our merch and stuff, I'm going to make a video that's giving people shout outs for it. And I don't know if you guys want me to put it on Instagram or Facebook, but I feel like if you guys send me a video, Travis bought a t-shirt. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm going to put that on Instagram and Facebook and our YouTube videos giving people shout out. I just want it to be like, I'm always weird putting somebody I don't know on the internet, and then they're like, why'd you put me on there? And I was like, well, you sent me a picture of you supporting our bra shirt or our Homebrew for Life. So here's a disclaimer. If you send us a picture wearing our merch, I'm going to have to use this for legal purposes. That's our disclaimer that we can give you guys a thank you on Instagram or a YouTube video. And if you guys have a problem with that, then maybe that day will come where I'll see how gnarly that problem is. Anvil all day. The wand rocks. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's literally like my biggest thing with homebrewing is just getting the yeast going. If you're doing over 7% beers, I mean, you always probably want to do a yeast starter just to speed up the fermentation process. And then definitely beers over 7%. Always add oxygen. How should I say this? Yeast likes sugar. Sugar likes oxygen. Yeast likes a lot of sugar. And a lot of oxygen likes a lot of yeast. So, Dickie's Barbecue. What is your Dickie's Beer Reviews? What's up, Dickie's Beer Reviews? If you guys have anything to plug of your own, check yourselves out. Homebrew. Check out Homebrews. Get that dude to 1,000 so we could do live streams. You can't live stream until you get to 1,000 subscribers. That's why I need everybody to subscribe to the broadcast. I'm panhandling you. I need you guys to subscribe. I think there's a link in the description of this video. What's up, Tim from New Zealand? Just found your channel a while ago. Love the crazy energy. fucking crazy, man. You've been where I've been, Tim. You don't even fucking know, man. We're like, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're just a group of friends that get drunk and say off the wall shit and smoke a bunch of weed and drink beers. But thanks for the beard. Thanks for the beard game. People are like, dog, have I ever used banana in beer? No, nor will I ever. Yeah, just use Belgian yeast. People hit me up. They're like, how do you grow a beard like that? How do you do that? You're like, well, it's not that hard. All you have to be able to do is not afford a Mach 3 razor. And you can have this. And the funniest thing about this is that I still don't have armpit hair. I have no armpit hair. It all just came through my chinny chin chin. Got a good question. I think a lot of people might want to get in on this conversation around kettle heating. What are your thoughts on gas versus electric? I know you're a gas aficionado. No, we're not. We go back and forth. Thank you, Dylonius. Thank you. Dylonius, start that trend. Subscribe to the Broad channel. It's free. It's just 3 shitheads from San Diego looking like idiots. Back to the question, gas or electric? I constantly change. Maury shows up with the recipes. Donnie has the recipes. That's my problem. Is they brew on a commercial scale all day. Is to get the almost as same quality beer on a 10-gallon system or a 5-gallon system. And we do half gas and we do half electric. So I don't know, like if you, on these electric systems, if you really want to get, 10-minute, 15-minute jump on a brew day, set it to your strike overnight so it's ready in the morning. But you can heat your strike up pretty fast. But as far as us going back and forth, so strike could be 50-50, gas or electric. And then always mash in electric, hold it at 152 for the most part, for most styles. And then we'll Vorloff, obviously, in our electric. And we have the Anvil 10.5. And then, sorry, I'm kind of getting drunk. And then rest mash 15, Vorloff maybe 15, 20. And then we'll go back to gas for kettle. So ultimately, I want to be fast when we brew. And with the electric, I don't have 240, nor will I ever, but I'd bet a lot of money that 240 is still not as fast as propane. And we have a big burner. When you do gas, if you're just doing a burner, focus on the size of the burner because they're not all the same. And we have a pretty big burner, and I think we can get to boil from our mash in about 20 minutes. And then however long your boil is, call it an hour, play it safe. And then I can knock out in about 20 minutes with that cooler, that blue cooler on wheels. That thing is my best friend. If I had a MySpace top 8, I'd put that cooler on there. And yeah. Being fast is being efficient. What we got over here? Derek and the Dominoes, Homebrew for Life. I drink a lot of beer. Haven't brewed yet, but I want to. Well, you're never too old. I think Maury's 5 years older than me. I'm 35. I'm going to be 36 soon. Later, Josh. Have a good night. I just think that it's more time consuming than people think. It's more time consuming than people think. And we talked about it earlier. We're about an hour and a half in, but we talked about people get in kind of just as fast as people get out. And you got to know, maybe if you come from like a blue collar background, I don't know, mechanic, construction, landscaper, or not, maybe you just have good work ethic. You sit in front of a computer all day, then you're probably going to roll over to you're probably going to brew longer than the average kid that just gets into it because he thinks if he owns a brewery, it's going to be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And no, it's not. It's definitely not. What was the question? Beer reviews. I did a video on different boil times on the Anvil. They both take a while. The 240 on the Anvil. 240 is a must for electric brewing. Yeah. What burner do I have? I have an Anvil burner. It's like this weird little orange kind of looks like an insect. And they put orange on it, and it's going to burn off when the first couple brews. It was kind of a dumb thing they did on their part, but I don't care as long as the thing doesn't tip or fall over. And it's got a bigger burner than like the traditional, probably, what do you guys have? Like Bayou Classics, the $50 ones you can buy online. The Anvil one is bigger, which means that it's going to save you time. It's going to heat up faster. And 50 years old, dude, you're never too old. You're never too young. I mean, you're probably better getting into it now because I'd assume you have money. You know, you're not a 13-year-old kid asking parents for allowance and shit. But you're never too old. I probably wouldn't even start with extract anymore. I think that's kind of a thing of the past. Mash tuns aren't that expensive, and they're on Craigslist all the time. I would just jump right into all grain, and I would not even bottle. I would just go straight to making your own keg grader. When you make your own keg grader, I think it's very educational because you're going to know how, and we've all been there. It's all freaked us all out, but you're going to know about beer lines, and you're going to know about CO2 tanks, and you're going to know about gas leaks, and you're going to know about, I don't know, having two tanks at one time, regulators, and you're just going to learn a lot more about ultimately commercial brewing, or the shit that the bartenders have to do at dive bars and stuff. So what do you guys say? One more beer? Uno mas? 3 thumbs up. 3 thumbs up. Let me pull this video up. You guys thumbs down this video or what? Who is this? Who is this? How do I send this link? I'm going to give a shout out to my buddy Dave and Donnie. Do you guys have any clue how I Hey, what days do you guys prefer too? You guys prefer Tuesday, Wednesday? We try to do the non-football days. I still like watching a little bit of football. I don't know how this even works. We're going to go to Homebrew for life. I don't know. No more phone. I'm being rude. I'm being an asshole. One more beer. What do you guys say? What's up, Blake? Bane of my existence. Fucking gas leaks is right, man. Fucking gas leaks is right. Yeah, that's another thing. You're going to get to, you're going to respect hose clamps real fast. Real fucking fast. And I always have like an arsenal of hose clamps. I've got the flathead ones. I've got the ones you can just grab and screw in. You're going to know about inner diameter, outer diameter really fast. And that shit rolls over to other stuff. I mean, I've learned stuff in construction that have helped me with brewing, and I've learned stuff in brewing that have helped me with construction. Metrics, guesstimating stuff, eyeballing stuff. And bottling sucks. It's more work, and it filters people out. And I think I only did it 2 times, maybe 3. You're drinking beers, and then you're keeping the bottles, and you're cleaning the bottles, and you're filling them up with beers. It just sucks. You guys still boozing? You guys still got some beers going? Brew Mill Tony on the house? One more beer? All right, this one's for Bob Coral. My eyes are fucked, man. I need to make this chat bigger because I only get like 4 things up here, but over here I get like 20, so I can kind of keep up with you guys a little bit better. But again, it's gonna be different every week, and it should only get better and better and better and better. Thread tape, yeah, is that white tape? 5 more beers. Yeah, I mean, you just when you make your kegerator, and you should always make your kegerator because there's such a ripoff if you don't. And fridges are pretty much free on Craigslist. You're going to learn how to clean beer faucets, and you're going to know that this faucet sucks and you should have bought Perlick next time. And clean your beer tray and know how much weight that your fridge can support. And I always prefer to have a stand-up fridge for a kegerator over a... Dude, this is super hoppy. This might be the bottom of the barrel. A stand-up kegerator over a keezer. I don't like keezers, how they deal with condensation. There's more work involved. You've got to make 2x4s around it so your corny kegs will fit. And ultimately, with the stand-up fridges, I always want to have my freezer for my hops and my ice. My fridge in the garage is full of hops and about 50 pounds worth of ice, because that's how I chill. Is I have these giant blocks of ice and it's super, super chill, super brage. That might be subjective. Do you guys enjoy keezers or stand-up fridges better? But a lot of it comes down to space. Perlick. I'm with Rhino. Perlick is the shit. A lot of it comes down to space. Like I have a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house with a single-car garage, and we've pretty much outgrown it. So I couldn't even get that 7 cubic foot chest freezer keezer if I wanted to. I got to work with what I got. Free fridge. You got a free fridge? Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to you. Fuck yeah, Donovan. Bought the taps you linked in the DIY video. All that stuff should have worked. I do make a little bit of money off the Amazon links that we put in the description, but I only put those in there if we vouch for the stuff. And we kind of got in trouble in the beginning. Are you a loser in real life, or do you just play one on YouTube? I don't know how to answer that. I can show you my bank account, but I didn't know I was a loser on YouTube. But shout out to Thomas for bringing the chill vibes into this chat. Sorry, before that, what were we talking about? Keezers. If you guys prefer keezers over chest freezers, and I need a new spot. We're literally out of space. We've got the rafters up there full. We literally, like, when people come over, they're like, whoa, like, I watch your YouTube videos. I had no idea it was this small. I'm like, yeah, we're like a shitty little Saturday Night Live nook and cranny thing that we just make work with wide angle videos. So stand up fridge for Derek. Hell yeah. How many kegs can you run in a stand up? That's a good question. I would probably say, well, first things first, what do you got under there? You got wood, you got cinder blocks. You got to make sure, you got a good support system. Your CO2 does not have to be cold. So drill the hole, keep your CO2 on the outside. That's going to save you a keg, maybe 2 kegs. Always keep your CO2 tank on the outside. It's just going to take up space on the inside. And I don't know. Maybe 4? Depending on the fridge. My fridge is weird. Like, when I put it in there, like, my knuckles hit the top every time. I don't know if you guys have the same thing or whatnot, but I've never had more than 4 at one time. I think I've always had maybe 3. But the more the merrier. Fuck yeah. Brew City. You can fit a chest freezer right behind you if you just throw away all that junk. Run that by my girlfriend, man. This is like her grandmother's pictures and stuff. She's probably watching. Who's that? Thomas, just playing, man. Love your channel. Right on, man. Thanks for watching. Keeper all day. Keezer all day. My eyes are fucked, man. You guys get to my age, you guys are going to understand. 4th in my regular stand-up. That's good. That means you brew a lot. Bob, what do you do? 15 5-gallon batches or 15? I mean, if you have 4 cornies in your stand-up and they're all different, you're a fucking home brewer. No doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. There's absolutely no doubt.
Mandatory beer
Yep. There it is. All right, kill it. I'm still learning how to deal with all this audio on audio. This was cool. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for everybody for turning up tonight, turning out. It's so crazy. It's still so, what is it, like 8 o'clock? I can still watch like 4 Game of Thrones before I got to go to bed. I'm drinking bourbon tonight, so I'll chug this Weller 107. The last Weller I had was like a $150 bottle, and it wasn't mine because I can't afford $150 bottles. And it's 8:30. Shout out. We got 11 subscribers on the broadcast tonight. Thank you. Thank you. How do I convince my wife to love brewing as much as your girlfriend does? Me and my girlfriend do not interfere with each other's lifestyles at all. We do not tell each other how to live. She doesn't drink. She doesn't tell me what to do. All she asks is that the house is clean. And I eat her pussy whenever she wants. I don't know. She's cool. She's not. She knew pretty early if she's going to tell me what to do and try to confirm me and all this shit, then I'm out. I don't know. But don't waste your time on Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones got me through some pretty difficult times, fam. No, I'm just kidding. But I was the last guy to buy a Game of Thrones. I talked a lot of shit. Because I hated Lord of the Rings. I did not like Lord of the Rings. Sorry if I'm rubbing anybody the wrong way, but the last one, the tower one, it's like a 3-hour fight scene. I was like, what the fuck is this, man? I'm out. My girlfriend works at Local Roots. It's hard kombucha, and she drinks a little bit, but she's just she's like a workout queen. She hates being hungover, and I think she gets headaches after like 1 or 2 drinks. So just not into it. Just not her lifestyle. Is that from Thomas? Thank you, Thomas. Cheers, man. I think you're going to get your little... So this should work right here. Check this out. Does it not work? Am I ahead of the curve? Was that an alarm that went off? I don't know. Definitely not Mormon. Definitely not a bad person. Pair character doing that classic. Thank you. Oh, let me move this. Hey, Thomas, appreciate that, man. That helps fund the channel. And I'm going to move that over here now. Keep it away from the chat. Appreciate that, Thomas. Shout out to you. All of the donations that we get, it all goes into Homebrew for Life. Whether I'm paying Maury or we're buying the sous vide shit or whatever that we're doing tomorrow. So appreciate that, bro. Cheers to you, Brush. We got some new names coming in. Mr. the Squid, Dragonlance, best fantasy series ever. Is that the weird cartoon one? No. I don't think anybody knows what Dragonlance is, Mr. the Squid. Sorry, Brush. But, all right, we got one more beer, right? We're talking too much. We're not drinking. What's a better night for you guys? We got Thursday Night Football. I think you should be able to buy the t-shirts underneath. It should show up. We have our store underneath there. Our store sucks, but there's like 3 things you could buy. Buy a shirt, send me a selfie. Would love to get you in a YouTube video. But again, if you guys send me a selfie wearing a t-shirt like Travis Morin, I'm going to smear it on the internet. And if you want to come sue me, I'll give you all my Coinstar vouchers because joke's going to be on you. Links on all the Homebrew for Life videos. I have the Bib 12 year. It's some good juice. Is that whiskey? Is that the Wellers? You know what's funny is that I had a buddy at a Halloween party last year. Favorite beer recipe. What's inside the PC we saw earlier? I got to get better at delegating these questions. Really fast. I had a buddy that won a high school or a costume party last week at Battle Mage, and he was like one of the only guys that showed up in a costume. So we got a bottle of Weller. Favorite beer recipe. I don't know whether you mean that I've brewed or my favorite beer. Deschutes. We made a video about that. What's inside that PC? I don't know. 4 gigabyte. Another buddy from Battle Mage gave me a GPU for free, and I made it work. I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. This sucks. So what you're saying is there's a chance I could be famous? Sure. 2122, quick question. Adding adjuncts during secondary fermentation. I don't do secondary fermentation at all. And to be honest with you guys, we got a fermenter that is pressure transfer, and we don't like it at all. And I don't even like the idea of pressure transfer because at a homebrew scale, whether it's SS Brewtech or the Spike Uni tank, there's never 100%. You always got to open something up to let something in while the tri-clamp is open. It's never 100% oxygen free, and you really only need to worry about oxygen. I mean, when we keg our beers, we purge it like a motherfucker, and we drink our beers within a month. And, you know, I talked to Maury and Donnie. They're like, you really only need to worry about oxygen if you're in distribution. If you're making beers and you're drinking it at your house, it's kind of just a selling point. But we got one. We got a closed system pressure transfer thing, and I don't even think we're going to make the video, to be honest with you. I don't want to make videos that people buy it and they're like, fuck, that was expensive or that didn't taste the same. So to keep the credibility of the channel, I don't know if we have to send it back. I'm not going to name what brand it is, but we just did not like it. And if you like it, you know, I think a lot to deal with homebrewing is just having peace of mind. And I think peace of mind is something you can't put a price tag on. You know, if you're worried about that $1, it's going to keep you up at night. But we're DIY guys. We're a DIY channel. And I'm just going to keep fermenting in plastic or cheap stainless steel, and that's it. But if I ever cross that path where we are, I don't know, shipping beers, or I have to worry about beers for maybe over a month, then I would worry more about minimizing the oxygen. But if I were to worry about minimizing the oxygen, I would want something that minimized all the oxygen, and it was 100%. But with all the systems out there, there's something where you have to like unscrew something and then put on a tube really fast or put on a valve really fast, and it's always going to be exposed to oxygen. So I think it kind of defeats the whole purpose of charging people $1,000 for a fermenter. But live your life. We're just a couple shitheads. Who said that earlier? Timmy. And there's just so much subjective stuff in brewing, and every brewer is going to be a little bit stubborn. Every brewer is going to be a little bit show-offy. Every brewer is going to be a little bit stingier. I could say that because my dad's half black. I'm just kidding. He's half Jewish. But you got to realize when you get into this brewing thing, you think there's like white and black. But the more you do it, there's so much gray. There's so much, oh, this guy boils for 60 minutes. This guy mashes in for 60 minutes. This guy boils the same recipe for 30 minutes. This guy only mashes in for 15 minutes because he thinks that they farm 2 rows so good now, and he's been brewing for 5 years longer than me, so I'll just do that from here on, whatever. So there's just a lot of, you can't Google your own experience. You can't Google experience. You could Google anything except experience. That's all I have to say about that. All right, one more beer. Is this going to be the longest broadcast ever? It's just going to be me? Nothing's running off battery. We can keep this going. We can keep rushing. Should I call my girlfriend and put her on speakerphone? Let's do it. She's up in Big Bear. She got up there safe. I'm going to smoke a bunch of weed after this. Here she goes. Can you guys hear this? It might give us some microphone kickback. She can break up with me through a MySpace DM.
Hey, Chubbs.
Hi, pretty girl.
How's it going?
Good. You're on the broadcast right now.
I am?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
The 9th caller. You just want a free Subway sandwich.
Hell yeah. Should we turn on the broadcast here?
If you want to, I think we're going to do one more. Depends how much motivation I get from the chat. But
Okay.
Should be cool.
Good.
Everything cool in Big Bear? Literally?
Everything's good. It's literally cool. It's snowy and 20 degrees, and we got a wonderful meal sitting outside, and we went to a bar that allowed us to sit inside.
I just told everybody you don't drink. Everyone's going to think I'm full of shit now.
And now we're drinking wine on the couch.
I just told everybody you don't drink.
I
Donovan
don't,
says, what's
but
up, brother?
I drink when I'm with my girlfriends 3 times a year.
Yeah, so that's not drinking. Nobody considers that drinking.
No.
I'm going to wrap it up as these guys. I'm going to do one more, and then I don't know, but it turned out well. This took about 3 hours to set up today, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, well, hello, everyone.
John Smith,
Cheers.
Thelonious, Tom Mellon, Derek P. She doesn't drink with you? No. They're saying I'm full of shit because I said that you don't drink because you get headaches and hangovers after like 2 or 3 drinks.
I do. I had 1 glass of wine with you last night.
That means I get 3.
Exactly.
All right, baby. Well, I love you, and I'll give you a call when I wrap this bullshit up.
Sounds good. Love you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
It's all bullshit, man. She drinks a bottle of vodka every night. Yeah. All right, one more. So we had the Mango Tropics. It's good beer. I think if you guys are up in maybe the California coast, you guys can get maybe Booze Brothers beer. That might be a stretch. Excuse me. Has anybody done this Lallemand yeast yet? She doesn't drink with you, bro. I don't want. I've been together with her for 6 weeks, man. Or 6 weeks. Shit. 6 years. You don't get drunk with people you've been together with for 6 years. I get drunk with my old high school gang. Has anybody done this yet? I have yet to do it. I just did it with Donnie, and it tasted like Belgian off flavors. And I fucking hate Belgians with all my heart, man. So the guy that was asking questions earlier about adding bananas to beer, I mean, yeah, just add Belgian. Easy fix. Santee in the house. What's up, Corey? You're kind of right down the street in the small scale of San Diego County. Right on, man. We used to play another satisfied customer. That's Matt. I'll give him a shout out right here. That's a group text I'm in with one of my good friends, and he's making fun of us right now. Troll Matt. Tell him that no, don't say anything. I was gonna say a political joke, but we're kinda on the same page. Where did it go? Another satisfied customer. I'm gonna send this to him right now. That's funny as hell. If I was to send a non-alcoholic beverage to you, where would they send it? We have a P.O. box that's in the description of every video. And we try to get... I have to have a P.O. box or my girlfriend will kill me. But, yeah. The homie Steve Blakely tried to send us beers the other day. It wasn't like... I don't know if he's still listening, but it wasn't like USPS or I don't know, FedEx or Brown. It was some weird ass company with some weird ass tracking number. I was like, yeah, story checks out. But let's do it. One more Berliner Weiss. San Juan Island. Pop one up in the San Juan Islands. Is that up there in the Pacific Northwest, or is that in like Central America? Let me know if that's racist or not. No, I'm just kidding. But there's San Juan Islands, I think, in both places. All right, one more. Another satisfied customer, he says. That's funny. That's funny. Matt, you hanging out at we're going to get into it. Gavin Newsom's winery up there in Napa, dog. Plumpjack. Shuts every winery and brewery down, but he's allowed to keep his open. Piece of shit. Just make sure you replace that non-alcoholic with proper beer. I'm with Derek. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. So this is it. This is Al Farm Unique Fermentations. It's got this little Andre Agassi little barrage playing some tennis. You guys might be able to see that. And it's, what are we looking at? Lime, lemon, wheat, Kvike yeast, and barley. So, I mean, it's a Berliner Weiss, so as German as the name is long. Suck this down. Cheers to everybody. Thanks for being with me tonight. Do people still have P.O. boxes? Yes, if you're me and you're dating my girlfriend. I gotta embarrass my buddy right now. I got another friend that there's a funny story. You guys want to hear a CH story? I've stolen this picture from him twice. Gather around the fire. Stole this from him. It's my buddy Sean Quirk. Stole this from him from his condo when he lived in Cal Poly. And I stole this from him from his apartment when he lived in Cardiff. He's my age, but he's probably like 5 or 6 years old here. And this is when his parents tried to cash him in as the next Home Alone little piece of shit kid. And it didn't work out. None of the talent agents wanted him. I just think it's funny as hell. Now I'm going to send him this video. Oh, here we go. Oh, my God. This is like, what's the show with Tom Hanks where he dresses up as, what was the movie of Tom Hanks? Mr. Rogers. This is good. Shout out to Sean. Sean, I'm sorry I can make fun of you. You're my friend, but you weren't going to make it as the next Justin Bieber, Shirley Temple, or whatever, Macaulay Culkin. But that's a good thing, because all those kids end up hating their parents and fucked up out of their minds. Lallemand Nottingham ferments in 2 to 4 days. Lallemand Nottingham. What do I have? I've got Wild Brew Philly Sour. I think I have the most popular one. I think this is the most popular one. CH, are you eventually going to do a happy hour live stream where you taste brews that have been sent to you? Brew Mill Tony, that is the best thing I've heard on this channel so far. That's what the happy hour should be about, is that a couple times a month people send us beers, and if I don't drink them before when we go live on this, we should crack them and talk about them and where they're from, and you guys chime in and let us know what part of the East Coast or Pacific Northwest, and it's a good way for people to learn about beer, because buying beer now is tough. It's tough. It's like wine. And I'd imagine if people send beer, then it's a beer that you vouched for. And beer is like wine. You know, you go into the local beer store and aisle, rack, and I don't even know how to buy beer anymore. I just think like, oh, it's in my price range, 6-pack under $15. I don't know, green. It's called Lizard Tongue Head. Hey, they're from Jersey. Well, I've wanted to go to Jersey. Boom, they just got my business. But if you guys send us beer, and we'll always send beer back. It's going to be Booze Brothers and Battle Mage beers. We're always going to send them back. And I've got beers up there I'm still supposed to send to Travis, Gorgeous Greg Winters. They're all coming out. I promise you guys, they're coming out. If you guys send us beer, we'll get it back to you. But, yeah, it's just tough to buy beer now. It's like buying wine. You just don't know what's been vouched for. I don't care at all about your wine club beer advocate, your 88 or your 92. That means nothing to me. I want to see a mom and pop that didn't sell out, that word of mouth is so strong. You read I read beer magazines. It's like, oh, it's a 92, it's an 88, it's an 87. It's like, that does nothing for me. But if I know somebody that's like, try this beer, I'll probably try the beer. I'll probably almost 100% try the beer. And you know what? Word of mouth is a good lead. It's free. Am I going to look fat right now? I got to post back. When you get to 220 degrees, when you get to 220 degrees, pounds, your back starts to hurt a little bit more. But you got to work with what you got. Well, this feels way better. I'm finally enjoying this. I finally feel good. 80 people still watching? Derek? All right. Shout out to Derek. We just got a $5 donation. You're the man, Derek P. Cheers, brother. I wish I could. It's on, man. I'll send you Jersey's best. Right on, Mike Brady. Any relationship to Tom Brady? That was a bad joke. The P.O. Box, send the meal. Right on, Rhino. Cheers, guys. USPS is going to hate this. They're just going to show up one day and there's going to be like 5 leaky ass priority large mailboxes. But whenever you do ship beer, what do you say? It's olive oil? It's never really been that like worrisome for me. I don't know. Usually when I ship beer, I like to go in when it's kind of busy, so they just kind of like shuffle along. But I don't know. The only problem I've ever had with shipping beer is back in the day when I used to ship glass, and back in the craft beer scene days of San Diego, everything was kind of like bomber, like the 22-ounce bomber before that trend kind of dried up, and they would break. Like 50% of the time, they would break. It'd be like, I don't know. I'm always just imagining like fucking Ace Ventura, like intro scene, just these minimum wage UPS guys just kicking the shit out of these, craft beer bombers. What up, Primitive? What's up, man? What's up from Texas? Everybody, we gotta troll Primitive. We gotta jump him in. Texas. A lot of Texas in the house tonight. Primitive, I can see your name probably over here better. Primitive Visuals. What's going on? But then I come back to here and it's like, it makes me feel all drunk because I'm way behind. Hour 53, 83 people are still watching. I'm drunk. I'm not that drunk, but I'm going to be slurring words in a little bit. But it's okay. No one's going anywhere. No one's driving. No one's operating forklifts. Nobody's not wearing condoms. Nobody is wearing condoms because no one's getting laid tonight. Was that VN Alexo? Low pH? Low pH for what? What's all this hand sanitizer talk? Oh, this beer's good. You know what this beer tastes like? You know what this beer tastes like? Like if you were a kid and you still like, if you love the taste of Shara. That's my girlfriend out there. What's up, Shara? How you doing? Hope you're having a good time in Big Bear. I hope all's well. If you're a little kid and you like, I don't know, what do little kids drink? Like Squirt or something? But you wanted to know what beer tasted like? This is it. I taste some Gatorade. Probably shouldn't say that. This is Donnie's beer. Hey, Donnie, your beer tastes like Gatorade? Lemon. I don't know if you can really taste Kvike yeast. It's more of kind of a acceleration process. I don't really even think you can taste yeast besides Belgian lager versus ales and obviously the Lallemand stuff yeast now. Kvite yeast to me was always kind of like speed up the process, which is a huge innovation in brewing because there's not that many innovations in brewing. Generally, it's, the same shit the cavemen have been doing. People don't reinvent the brewing wheel all too often, but there has been a couple innovations, and 2 of them we're looking at. Kvite yeast and Philly sour yeast. And to not make anybody feel stupid, generally you have to, traditional kettle sours, the way that we would make it was that you would have to add really weird shit, lactobacillus, and you'd have to pretty much do 2 brew days in one. But with this, the lactobacillus is supposed to be in the yeast, and I'm still not buying it, but if they're making money and selling it, it should work. So we'll see. What's going on over here? ET got drunk off 3 beers. Am I ET? Is that what I look like? Tampa, Florida. What's going on? Tampa, Florida in the house. Trevor, you want to come over for a beer? That's the Australian you guys were just talking a bunch of shit about. Yeah, it's the Lemon Owl Farm. Trev, you want to cruise over for a beer? Is it still early? 9 o'clock, Trevor. It's 9 o'clock, brunch. Nicholas Vermilion. What did I miss? You missed everything, man. You fucked up good. You fucked up real good, man. We were playing Spin the Bottle, 7 Minutes in Heaven or Hell. Maybe next time. Trying to keep up with the chat. Shira Styles out there in Big Bear. This is good. Trevor's going to show up in 5 minutes. Bring a burrito. Let's go get fish burritos. Is the pandemic over yet? I want to go drink at Booze Brothers Tasting Room. There's 2 Booze Brothers Tasting Rooms. They're very close. One in Vista, one in Oceanside. And I don't know, man. Everything's shutting back down on Friday. It's fucking insane. It's ridiculous. Plandemic. I like that. The plandemic still on course for another 3 months. Shit, man. It could be like, who knows how long, man. Carlos, what's up, dude? Carlos, where you from? Not tonight. Trevor's tapping out. Timothy Poole. Spin the bottle never turns into heaven. No, it doesn't. Just tried the Safe Ale for myself. Don't knock Safe Ale. Safe Ale's the shit. It's Old Faithful. It makes beer. It makes alcohol. It was like the original ales or the yeast that I used to use when I first started brewing. It was like brown ales for the first 10 times. And it was always Safe Ale 04, 05. I don't know the difference. I don't think anybody knows the difference. It's just like blue or red, same price, whatever. But yeah, I got 20 of them motherfuckers. There's 82 people still watching. Positive vibes, man. What's that guy's name? Cream Pie 1 and 2? Simple 1 and 2? Hell yeah, man. Positive vibes. I'm going to send some Texas barbecue in the mail. You better, Primitive Visuals. I just read a city in Canada is going on their 3rd lockdown. Man, this is out of control. My heart goes out to anybody that's affected by this. Business owners, people losing shifts, it's horrible, man. If I was president, I'd be fired in 5 minutes because I would just say, if you want to be open, you're open. If you want to stay at home, stay home. Leave it at that. You can't shut an economy down forever. You can't stay at home forever. You can't just put everybody out of business. All right, that's enough politics for one night. Ryan Elkins, what's up, dude? What grain do you recommend buying in bulk? Probably two-row or Maris Otter. I'm actually having a hard time buying a 55-pound bag of two-row right now. Booze Brothers is a silo, and I've been asking Mike from Culver for like 2 months now, and I just don't know what's up. Probably more often than not, though, two-row. Shit, whatever you have accessibility to. And when you buy it in bulk, you're going to cut it not in half, but you're going to, I think 2-row was like $1.55 by the pound when you're nickel and diming. And if you could get a bag for probably $50, that's a pretty good pickup. And it'll be good forever. I just keep it in a plastic container in the garage, and it's cool as hell. What's CH with the literal only logical answer? I don't even know what I said. I never know what I say. I just look back. Blake Chosen, used Imperial Citrus for the first time recently. Damn good yeast. Good feedback. All right. Made a super citrusy IPA, and that yeast really pumps the citrus esters. All right. Good to know, man. Imperial Citrus. Put that on your radar. All right. Maris Otter and 2-row. I mean, it's who's coming clean right there? Is that Dairy P? You're talking white to off-white. You know, it's not going to make or break. I don't even know how it would affect a beer because the more things you put into it, the more you're going to convolute the beer. Do you really want like a blonde ale to stand out? Do you really want like a cheese pizza or a omelet with just eggs to stand out? I don't think so. Sorry, no more political talk from me. Brew Mill Tony, just shit the bed. Shipping will kill you though? What does that mean? Oh, cost of shipping's $20. Just do flat rate every time and do USPS. USPS every time. Who's that? Cheers, Gary. Thanks, man. Thanks, brother. Paracharacter flying all the way in the air with a red cape and a smile on their face. Thank you, Gary. That helps support the channel. Everything that all these donations, I keep it a little fun, and it all goes back in Homebrew for life. Aside from the house I'm going to buy and the vacation I'm going to take my girlfriend. I'm kidding. But no, I keep that in a separate fund, and that's what pays Maury and Babs and whoever else shows up in films or whatever, because we do peddle a little bit of money. I'm living off a little bit of savings. Give me all your goddamn money. But no, we make it work to the point where there's a little bit of money so we don't get burned out. So thank you for helping produce Homebrew for Life. Thank you, Gary. Gary Stinneman. Sterneman. Cheers, Braj. I don't know what this pear thing that keeps showing up though, but I like it. Northern Brewer doesn't what? Northern Brewer doesn't... Opinion on hard seltzers? Yeah, they're making a ton of money, and if you're already late to the table, then it's never going to happen for you. I'm going to say it, and this is the last time I'm going to say it. Hard seltzers are the new energy drink. They are. We all remember 10 or 15 years ago, maybe even in high school, when Red Bull came out, and then it was a quick Rockstar or Monster, and that was kind of it. And then there was like Full Throttle and Nas that came in. But if you weren't that top 3 for the energy drinks, it was over. It wasn't even worth getting into. And you know, if you look at energy drinks, and if you look at Red Bull, and you look at Monster, and you look at Rockstar, if you look at the top 25 energy drink sales, and I did look at that last week, it's all variations of the energy drinks. It's all Red Bull Ultra or sugar-free Red Bull or Monster Juice. Hard seltzers will go the same path. If you're not Truly or White Claw or Bud Light Seltzer, it's not even worth getting into the game. I mean, you could brew it at home. It's pennies to the dollar. It costs no money to make. But if you're not those top 3 and you are the 4 and 5, you're just going to be bought out. And everyone's trying to put all their chips into hard seltzers right now. And it's going to go the same way as energy drinks. I remember when energy drinks came out, it was legitimately just Go Girl and cocaine and Jolt and all this weird stuff. And then Monster Red Bull Rockstar made it impossible. So even if you did have a competing thing or whatever, they were just going to buy you out. If you were the 4th, 5th, or 6th, if you were Full Throttle or Mountain Dew Amped or whatever, they would just buy you out and own you so they couldn't compete with you. That's how hard seltzers are going to be. I was watching the World Series. Everywhere you looked when it showed pretty much any shot where it wasn't the pitcher and the batter, every foul ball or every fly out or whatever, you look around the stadium, it's all Bud Light seltzers. So hard seltzers, I think it's solely a distribution thing. It's not going to work as a tasting room. It's not going to work. It's definitely not going to work as a tasting room. I think you have to get into the distribution game. I mean, they're cool to brew, but if you're not those top 3, then you're living a lie. And everyone's trying to do it right now. Everyone's trying to do it. Everybody in Orange County, everybody in LA. It's too late. If you're a year late to the table, it's too late. That's it. Give me a seltzer that tastes like White Claw and hits like a double IPA. Josh Utley, I know just the thing, bro. It's called Four Loko. You want lemon, lime, raspberry, or orange. 2 hours deep. Guinness Book of Barrage Records. Well, we still got a little bit left. And all I have to do tonight is... Actually, I don't have to clean this shit up. But I have to just chip away at some video games. Chip away at some Final Fantasy VII. But look at this. I've literally just been doing half pints since we've been doing this. And I'm not consuming as much beer as I typically consume. I've been making fun of my friend Sean too much. Is anybody still here? There's still 90 people watching. This is crazy. I'm just going to start playing video games and see who sticks around. You guys more Super Metroid or Toe Jam and Earl? 87 is a record. I think we got 105 one time, but I think it was the night that it was me, Maury, G2, and Trevor, and I tried to look back at some of that footage, and it just sucked. 4 guys, 1 microphone. Everyone's talking over each other. Side conversations going on. Britta gets home from work, and it's just got to be 1 or 2 guys tops. Maybe a third, but it's got to be like... You can't be the guy, behind the camera talking the most, and there's no microphone on you, and it's just going to throw the audience off. But I don't know. Mandatory beer chug? All right, NBC, get your beers. I'm going to NBC this thing. Look at live.
Mandatory beer
FIFA. 1-on-1. I used to be the FIFA warlord. I was the FIFA and Madden barrage. Who's that? NBC. Toe Jam and Earl. This guy knows his shit. Brew Mill Tony's still in the house. FIFA 1-on-1. Dude, from 2002 to like 2010, FIFA was my jam. Make a Twitch channel. We do have a Twitch channel. On Twitch, I am ch_brews. I'm going to get more into that when Battle Mage opens up. It's my buddy's brewery, video game brewery, that they would play me streaming. And you guys can watch me play video games. That'd be super tight. I thought this whole stream thing was so weird, and I thought if you wanted to put videos out, it had to be edited and all this stuff. But this is crazy. This is casual. And I think the pulse to everything is just the channel or the chat. I really think so. And for the new people, please subscribe to the broadcast. That's in the link in the description. Please. Let me see how that channel's doing. Nice. Thanks, guys. 423. You know what's funny? I feel like all we need to do is YouTube. Every time I put something on Instagram, I feel like an idiot, or Facebook or Twitter. I feel like such a fucking idiot. People were like, where's the YouTube video? What was that? We got a subscriber? What is that? I don't know. There's weird noises coming out. It's the poltergeist. But yeah, more YouTube, less cell phone, man. Where's the beer? Are you guys still boozing? Rhino, Tony, you still boozing? I think Tony owns a brewery. Tone? Brew mill? Best beers you can make with Pilsner malt. Pilsners? Trev, have you ever been to 8-Bit over in Marietta? No, I have not, but I really want to go check it out, and that's a good question. These are all good questions, but that's right up my alley. Temecula, I've got family out there, but they do have a kitchen. I've heard good things about their kitchen. I've heard great things about their beer, and it's only about 45 minutes away. It's on the way to Big Bear. British should check out 8-Bit when she comes back from Big Bear. But no, do you vouch for it? 8-Bit? I know they've got a huge Instagram following. I know they were huge 5 years ago. I don't know if they've withstood the test of time. Thanks, Trev. Cheers, Braj. Thanks for the love, you Braj. John Smith, 50 balls to choose from. Northern Brewer this week. Yeah, Mike. Cheers, you brunch. Oh, shit. Your name's Simple 1 and 2. Over here, I thought it was cream pie. Or, yeah. My eyes are fucked, man. But on the television, it's way better. Dropped one off at Northern Pine, 1,000 brewer a year ago. I don't know what that means. I got to get like a background for this chat up here. Same here. Not too many people can say that. Ryan Elkins. 8-Bit's in Boston? There's no way. 8-Bit has a tasting room in Boston? That's huge. Tim, what'd you pay for that? 50 pound bag of pills. All right. I told you, man, you get that brewery up and running. We'll come up there and we'll shoot you guys. We'll make you guys a video and we'll put it on our channel. Hopefully we have a couple more thousand subscribers then. That'd be super tight. I haven't been to 8-Bit yet, but my buddy has and recently says it's great. I would love to go out to 8-Bit Brewing, and I'm kind of embarrassed that I haven't been yet. If I were to start a brewery, I would do exactly what they did, except I would do it on the coast. It would be a video game brewery. 8-Bit generally means retro. That's cool. I could work with just retro. They have they have a kitchen. They have a patio, and they're just in Temecula. It's just kind of considered like the desert from where I live. But if you were to put something like that on coastal San Diego, Encinitas, North County, be making a fortune. 8-Bit? Wait. 8-Bit has a tasting room in Boston? That's a pretty gnarly jump going from Temecula to Boston. That's a lot of weird shit not weird shit, but that's very difficult to manage when you're that far away. But let me know. Let me know if that's accurate. CH, what it do, nephew? What are you brewing these days? Is that actually my uncle? John McLaughlin. What's up, John? Big John McLaughlin in the house. He's been a homie from the get-go. I got to sit up. I got to read it from here. I can't. This one goes too fast over here. All right, I'm going to read it off. Rhino, I have nothing. I know nothing of 8-Bit in Boston. Rhino's from Boston. CH, let me go find out and get back to you. Thank you, Timothy Poole. John Smith, I'm pretty sure it was called 8-Bit. CH, what it do, nephew? Scooby-Doo 20. What are you brewing up these days? Hard seltzers. It's weird or enthusiastic as that sounds. Mandarina, Bavaria. Trev, we got to go to Craft Coast in Oceanside. And he's all about Strata hops right now. They're fucking hazy IPA, man. It tastes like pink Starburst. And he should really coin it. 71 people still watching. Still holding. I'm going to text this to my friends. I'm going to talk a bunch of shit. 9 o'clock. We're doing it. How do I call these people? No, they're not going to be involved. I mean, holy smokes. Are we still doing this? Yes, paper cuts on the mic. We're just talking shit to people now. We're just trolling the old homies. There's still 2 hours in. 69, brush. Hey, who's seen the new Bill and Ted movie? And be serious. Shit, should we do one more beer? I know what it is. I know what time it is for.
Mandatory beer
Coming back. I'm just throwing up a couple beers. A couple beers never hurt anybody. Gotta put the yeast back in the sink. Oh, yeast lives to tell about it. Still got my German lunch from earlier. You know what? We're gonna do one more beer. Here's the shit right here, ladies and germs. Check this shit out. Let me see that on the screen. Can you see that? There's your Dungeons and Dragons beer. Shroud of Mist. Put this in here for 5 minutes. Oh, we slurp on this. Oh, everyone crack one. Triple dog dare. We could do one more. I don't care where you are in the world. I heard the new Bill and Ted is no good, but it's not supposed to be good. Piss break again. Yeah, at least, yeah. Peeing is healthy. Battle Mage, some of my good friends. I grew up with these guys. Might be a little bit biased in there that I talk so much about them, but even if I didn't grow up with them, their beer is phenomenal. Haven't been to Battle Mage with the Australian yet. You should take calls like a radio show. I totally would if I knew how. That's a great question, Nicholas. I could just call you on my iPhone. I mean, did that sound okay when I put Britta on speaker? Ever since COVID, I started, have been able to find Boddingtons everywhere. Boddingtons is my jam. Boddingtons is my English pub beer. You know, it's 4.5 or whatever %. I crush Boddingtons way more than I crush Guinness. You know, the 2 cans that have the little CO2 capsules in there. I used to love drinking that shit. 4 packs of Boddingtons. Fuck. That's kind of weird. Ever since I started COVID, I haven't been able to find Boddingtons. Interesting. Are we cracking one more? Are we doing this together? Paper cut? Paper cut brewing? Paper cut! Is the audio loud? Is it not loud enough? I'll hear it in the morning. I still don't know why this didn't work, but you gotta work with what you got. Thought I put a memory card in there. It's all good though. It's all good. I'm going to keep shamelessly plugging the broadcast. I want to have 1,000 subscribers over there. Homebrew for Life is probably going to turn into more of like a bullshit touristy cooking channel. I want to go down to Mexico and visit places down there and visit my friends. The people that like watch Genus live streams and the people that are watching this right now are the people that actually brew. Like if I were to go on Homebrew for Life's Instagram right now, there's probably like 10% of people that actually brew. It's like, you know, a lot of friends and family and I don't know, girlfriends, friends, and shit like that. No one's brewing beer on Homebrew for Life Instagram except maybe for 10%. I want to get the actual people that brew beer and have questions about beer over to the broadcast. I want to get them over to the broadcast because people that, same with video games with me, people that are into beer and brew beer, you can talk about it all day long. I can talk about retro video games all day long. I can talk about beer all day long. I can talk about DIY, construction, Jimmy rig and shit all day long. It's awesome. And I think that's the broadcast is going to be more of kind of like the diehard crew for that, fan, viewer for that. I can't believe I just said fan. Paper cut, 10%. Appreciate that, man. But I want to make like on Homebrew for Life, like let's get drunk and make fucking gingerbread cookies in the kitchen and like squirt super soakers full of fucking fireball into our eyelids from the roof or something. Like it's just, that's just kind of like our dick off channel. But I think the broadcast is going to be like the 10%, like the diehards, the people that could literally talk music or beer or video games all day or food or whatever. And Homebrew for Life is like my bullshit, not my bullshit because it takes the most amount of work, but this could be just as good, you know, just hanging out with you guys, shooting off the cuff. This city, that city, shoot me that beer. Tell me about that beer. Go to that place. Don't go to that place. That could be just as interesting or as informative as what fucking dumb video did we make last time? What was the food video? Pretzels. Bratwurst pretzels. You know, that's we had it's fun to watch and everything, but it's like no one's gonna go out and really make that food that we just did, you know? It's just kind of like our fake attempt at I don't know, a food network channel or something. So if you guys could go over to the broadcast and subscribe to that, that'd be rad. If you guys enjoy this, looking at my shitty face, I'm enjoying this a lot. This is a lot of fun. I'm so glad my girlfriend's out of town right now and I can just be loud and obnoxious and I don't have to get texts or hear doors slam and shit in the hallway. Jimmy Rig is my boy. I don't know what that means. John Smith, Rhino, Papercut. We should make a 1%er club. The diehards, man. The 1%er club. That's going to be my my Super Metroid homies. Gary, Old Story Chattanooga has really good beer, but I don't think. See, I would have never known that if it weren't for tonight. You know, Gary's he's not an ad. He's not paid to say that. He's saying that because he had a good experience there. John Reese, it was a fun video though. My son said he's making pigs in a blanket. Hey, thanks for watching that, guys. See, Homebrew for Life in 2021, we're going to put up videos every Wednesday night. We've been saying that for 3 years, but I think we finally have it now. And then the broadcast will be like another Tuesday night where it's just me and Maury or Trevor or whatever, who's ever on. And we have a better format and people aren't talking over each other and we can shoot the shit. And if I can't answer the question, I know Maury will. And if somebody has a DIY homebrew question and Maury can't answer it, or if I just think he's bullshitting, I'm going to interrupt him and I might have the question. And then Trevor's just going to come on here and have a sexy Australian voice. That's kind of how that's going to work. But yeah, I mean, this could be like places to check out, where to go, where not to go. Hey, best craft beer sound. Hey, where'd you go in Tennessee? Never been. If you could just recommend one brewery, what would it be? And it's like, yeah, if somebody said that, I'd go. If someone was like, hey, check out this brewery in Tennessee, live music, barbecue, really good beer, there's a pretty good chance I'm going to go. But if I read about it in one of my craft beer magazines, it's like, yeah, it might be on my radar, but it doesn't, if I even remember it. So the Barragecast is the 10%ers. The 10%ers. That brat was a good video. Thank you. That turned out, I mean, that food had to be good because each one of those brats was like 1,000 calories. And that's how we wanted it to be. We wanted it to be like, we pretty much just find food recipes online and where it says add something or milk or water or whatever. No, don't add water, but we'll just add beer. And then where it says add veggies or something, we're just going to add, meat. And that's pretty much how Maury cooks. We all think we cook. We're just a bunch of fucking bullshitters. But that turned out good. And that dough, we made pizza with it later, and you can make pretzels with it, and it worked out. And that was the whole concept behind that video was that it's COVID, Oktoberfest is shut down, but not in my little fucking shitbox apartment. Like we're dressing up like idiots. And then we met Trent from the Brew Show. Check out his channel. He's starting out with a YouTube channel. He's been brewing for about 5 or 7 years. The 1%ers. And give him some support. I know he's got way better production than us, but when you first start making YouTube videos, you make videos and nobody watches them, then you just burn out. But if you keep going and you get support, or you get lucky, you get a video that gets a bunch of views and you make more money than the average, more money than most, and keep you going. But if you guys want to, maybe show the Brew Show some love, just subscribe and don't even watch it or watch it. But he's got really good content. If you're ever in NC, I don't even know what that means. North Carolina? I'm kidding. Dirtbag Ales, is that really a place? What the hell does that mean? Venison backstrap time? Is that beer? We'll look into that. We'll sniff that out. How we doing on time? My neighbors made the pretzel. Hey, thank you guys for watching. So, yeah, just in short, I think in 2021, Homebrew for Life is going to be a 1 to grain to glass video a month. And then, let's go craft beer hunting in a city. And then probably the blind taste contest videos. I love those videos because people look so dumb. And they're so humbled because everybody, all of our dads and all of our chump friends and guys that swear by their alcohol, I only drink Heineken, or I only drink this, or I only drink that. And you put it in, a 3-tier format. And when they look dumb, they're just like, whoa. I love those videos because there's everybody out there that thinks that they could taste the difference between Budweiser and some craft Pilsner, and they're just going to assume that the more expensive thing is the better one. But that's America. That we think that, if it costs more money, it's going to be better. And that's not always the case. And that's the message. And to truly taste beer, it has to be blindfolded. Even this right now, this looks like Budweiser. This looks like maybe even a mead or something. But to really not be influenced by beer, you have to take out the label and the price. All you get is smell and taste. That's it. If you really want to build your own experience palette, get out all the perceptions of it, the word of mouth, the credibility, and just blindfold. Just you and a buddy, just blindfold yourselves. We used to do it in college. It was fun as hell. All right, are we cracking this motherfucker or what? One more? The 3-hour broadcast? The 3-hour broadcast. Fort Lauderdale has some legit breweries. I would love to go to Fort Lauderdale. Broadcast virtual happy hour. I like that. I like that a lot. Is the audio still sounding okay? Joseph Gate! I saw you having people blind taste contest Costco stuff, and I thought, what a great idea. Can't wait to have my brew club try. Yes, the thing about Costco beer is I think all the beers are kind of light. It's kind of got like a half blonde, half kind of Belgian taste. Not like overly. Their beers just kind of taste a little bit light, and you could tell that they're cutting corners in ultimately probably the hop and grain department. But I mean their yeast is, or their ABV is still on point. And I don't think it'd be their water. So the two biggest ways you would save money would be on materials would be grain and hops. But the never-ending broadcast. But Costco does it perfectly. Back to marketing and back to supply chain. And somebody come up right now. Somebody hit me with the recipe or the who brews Costco beer? They're in Gordon Biersch, maybe. I think it's Gordon Biersch. But anyway, if you go to Costco, where are they going to put their Costco beer? Obviously on the beer aisle, but what are they going to put it right next to? Ballast Point. Like the most popular beer that's probably still a good price at Costco. I think their 24 packs are like, $35. And then you get the 24 pack of the Costco beer. I think it's $20. It's less than $1 a beer. But they already want you to do that shit side by side. They already want you to think like, oh, okay, it's 4 6-packs of the same style. The exact, it's going to be a Pilsner, 2 pale ales, and like an IPA. And they want you to see if you could tell the difference between our Sculpin and their Sculpin. I'm sorry, our IPA and their Sculpin. And so kind of put the idea in my mouth, or in my head, and then in my mouth. And yeah, we did it with Pliny. And we did it 3 days. Me, Maury, and Donnie did it for 3 days in advance. And we all could tell the difference between Pliny, because Pliny has a way stronger nose and it's got way more taste. It just has more taste. But if you didn't drink IPAs, why would you buy Pliny? Why would you buy Sculpin? Just go after that Costco beer. It's Costco. They know what they're doing. It's going to be good enough. Good enough. When they first started putting Kirkland Signature on their vodkas and stuff, I thought it was weird. But I was thinking like, okay, Kirkland Signature has great meat, energy drinks that are as good, if not better, than Gatorade. You can put it on your beer. You can get away with it. Why not? And I hope it withstands the test of time this time, because it went away for 3 years. When craft beer first came out, Costco had Costco beer. And then for whatever reason it was, and check this out, see if I'm bullshit or not. They were getting really bad Yelp reviews or Untapped reviews, and they just got rid of it for 3 or 4 years. And I couldn't find it. And then last year they brought it back. So it's back. And I imagine if you sell it at one Costco, you've got to sell it at all of them. Switch brewers. I think it's always been Gordon Biersch. I don't know. Exactly. Trevor, Grey Goose vodka makes Kirkland. Yeah, totally. So how does that even work? Grey Goose makes Kirkland Signature. So they contract out the brewers and mass produce it and have a cheaper price and give it better product placement. Whoever controls the aisles, the cubic volume, controls distribution. That's why all beers are coming into like little 6-pack cans now. You know, back in the day, craft beer was the 22-ounce bombers, and then it was the 16-ounce cans, and now it's all 12-ounce cans. Like soda, you know, the long 12 packs, the long 18 packs, you could slide in and out. You can fit more on the shelf. And if you're a product where they can squirm you into the shelf, they're going to buy your product. Supermarkets control distribution for everything. All right. Are we really going to crack a beer? Do you guys really want to crack one more beer? We're cracking a goddamn beer. We're going to live to tell about it. All right. This one's going to put me over the top, but here we go. Hashtag YOLO. All right. Shout out to Battle Mage. All right, guys. Same time tomorrow. Just sourced the Overstock, just Yellowtail Winery. I don't know. Is that like the online Costco? All the beers I've been cracking have like the same kind of straw hue tonight. Kind of looks like a wheat beer. I've got no beef with that, but let's run it back. One more beer, guys. Last call. 10%ers.
Mandatory beer shot!
Coming back, dog. I'm coming back. The seal is definitely broken, my friend.
Trevor's in that one. Trevor's not too late to cruise over, man. I see you texting me, baby. I see you, baby. My neighbor made the pretzel. Yeah, he did. I'm still confused. All these guys are weird. I'm back, guys. We're back. Tetris. A manager at my Costco told me that... Oh, this is going to be funny. Ten-second P delays. You guys got a beer? Whatever's in front of you? Everyone. What time is it? Why am I bitching about time? I'm on the West Coast. You guys are chilling. What? Am I getting trolled or what? NBC cut. Yeah, exactly right. That's why the next NBC video is going to be like 90 seconds. It's going to be 20 minutes, man. Conor McGregor screaming, I'm going to go jump in the shower, jump on the bidet, take a sauna, come back. I pee in the sink. It all goes to the same drain. I work construction. I've built these things, and it all goes to the same spot. And I'm not the only one, but I clean the dishes. I don't trust dishwashers. I let that shit soak in hot water. So I can spit in it. I could pee in it. I could probably... We'll leave it at that. Or I should have just lied and said, this is New York and shit, and we pay $4,000 for a 300 square foot place. I do have friends that pay that in San Francisco, and they would run over there and pee just like that. And nobody would call their bluff. Beat Coast. Who's going to open up a brewery besides Tony? Is anybody in the works of kind of piecing something together? Or is it just all... I know we all have like the idea in the back of our mind, you know, which kind of fucks with us. How do you make money off beer? As it should. You know, you make a good product. You think, you know, if I can do this, you know, if other people can do this and, you know, my beer's better, then why not me or whatever? Trevor's still talking shit. Got an early start. TMI, what's going on? Oh, yeah. So we did it, man. You guys are the real MVPs tonight. We're at 2 hours and 40 minutes. Didn't Trevor lie and said he's going to bed or something? Is he still chiming in? All right. I'm going to turn this off next time, and I'm just going to go off this. Here's my little... If Mickey tastes like Stella, does OE taste like Heineken? No, and that's far-fetched. I sell illegally here in the Philippines. Sell illegally what? You pretty much have to have, to answer Greg's question, you pretty much have to have, you have to be like restaurant oriented now in California when it comes to tasting rooms, which it sucks because it makes it more difficult. And a lot of times you just want to go to a brewery for the beer and you don't want to have to, you know, be forced to order food or forced to order your kid or, you know, everyone's got to orders a beer. They have to have a meal ticket or some shit. And it sucks because ultimately it filters people out. You are the Joe Rogan of beer, Braj. Thanks, dude. I think that's a compliment. I don't know if it's a compliment or a diss. Some dude earlier, who was the guy earlier? He said I was like a piece of shit, and then he donated $5. Did I learn what from Adam Carolla? Party at Ground Zero. Sanderson Sweaty is my usual drink. Never heard of that. I'll look at that. Adam Carolla, man. I haven't heard that name in a long time. He was the original Man Show, right? It was him and that's pretty much what we're trying to rip off. That was the Man Show. It was him and Kimmel when I was a senior in high school. Fuck, when I was like a junior in high school. I graduated in 2003. Yeah. Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel were like probably 01, 02. Opening up a brewery in Australia is a lot of hard work and money. Yeah, you know what? That's an interesting question or topic because opening up a brewery in Australia isn't the biggest thing water in Australia, the droughts. I know that there's always, you know, like I said, people come in and out of homebrewing, but I remember in the beginning when there was some Australians that were I don't even know what was the compliment. Anyway, Australians were telling me that they couldn't even chill their beer down. They would just cool their wort by ambient air. And I would think, like, how would you open up a brewery? Breweries require so much water and electricity and gas that it would seem like Australia would be... Regulation is insane. Yeah, it seems like Australia would be like one of the more difficult countries, if not the most difficult countries. Class of 03 in the house. 1985, man. January 4th. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. It was Rogan and Stanhope. That was pretty short-lived. And then next thing you know, Rogan was on that show where you eat like tarantulas and shit. Fear Factor. Yeah. Yeah, we're the poorest. We're the poorest of 80s show. But we're not scripted. We can say whatever we want, I guess. I don't know. I would imagine we don't have too thin-skinned of a crowd. Not that we're, saying off the wall shit, but we're drinking. We're drinking beer. It's a homebrew crowd. I think there'd probably be, if anybody would be offended on this, it would probably be a guest or something I'd have on. Newcastle was my coming out of high school. Bro, Newcastle was all I drank in high school. Newcastle was like the bee's knees. If you had Newcastle, there was a thing out there that nobody knows about. There was Raspberry Newcastle. And I saw it for a year. And then it was gone. The Raspberry Newcastle. That was it. But yeah, Newcastle was like a dessert to a high school kid. It was like Mickey's 40s, MGD, and every senior thought they were such tough shit by drinking Stone IPAs. But I mean, when it came out, Sierra Nevada at the time in 2001 for me tasted like what up, White Nero? Tasted like soap. I remember when I was like 15, 16 trying to drink Sierra Nevada, I was like, this tastes like soap. But no, it's hops, it's IPAs. It's what makes a beer good and expensive. And then try to drink a Stone IPA or a Double Bastard, you're like, I have to throw up. This doesn't taste good. But, over the course of 4 or 5 years, that what, soap taste becomes the line for what you drink. And I've been, since 22, 23, 24, it's been like IPA. And, unless you're playing beer pong in college with Keystone Light. But Sierra Nevada, that's the OG, dude. They never sold out. All the employees love working for them. It's such a rad company. I visited them when I was 18, when I almost went to Chico. And Moosehead. I remember Moosehead. And yeah, I'm just kind of looking for different things now. I think the West Coast IPA is becoming more of a, I don't know, niche or smaller, but it's definitely not getting bigger. There's not like West Coast IPA is kind of like forging ahead, If anything, I would still think it's the hazy IPA. But different stuff. I was never a stout guy, never really a porter guy, just kind of in small doses. Huge kettle sour person. I think the best kettle sour in town is at Culver. It's called Schutz Bra. It's a guava. I think it's a Berliner Weiss. No, it's too light or clear for a Berliner Weiss. I don't know. Maybe it goes but it's like 4.1% or 4.4. It's like you go in there, you eat your deli sandwich, you have your 2 beers, and that's it. You're not too drunk to drive home, and delicious beer, great sandwiches, and super rad. I go to like 3 or 4 breweries. One of them I go for the kettle sour. One of them I go for the IPAs. One of them I go for the Friends and beer and IPAs. And then, as of 2 days ago, Craft Coast and Oceanside. The only beer I've ever seen or have ever tasted that I've tasted like pink Starburst. And it was the first beer of the day, and I tried it, and I was like, this tastes too tropical. It tastes like pina colada. And the owner was like, yeah, we go for, that's exactly what we go for. We're going for like a pineapple coconut. And the more I was chewing it, I was like, or tasting it, the more I imagined chewing Starburst. And I was like, dude, pink Starburst are the bee's knees. And if you have the power or the legalities to clone it, if you had a hazy IPA that had, well, then you'd have to get like the Starburst label on the can, which would probably never happen because they would never sign off on, candy mixed with beer and rub them the wrong way. I mean, I would do it just to get sued. But if you guys ever get this recipe, and I'll track it down, I'll try my best to track it down. You could at least write pink Starburst in your brew house on your chalkboard. And it's an $8 beer, and it's worth every penny. It's worth every penny. And to be honest with you, I don't pay $8 for beers all that often. Battlemate still has them for $5. Booze Brothers is kind of on the industrial parks are still like in the $5 range. But then you go out on the coast, you go to Culver and Craft Coast and places on the 101. And yeah, $7, $8, $9 for double IPAs. I don't drink those. Not when I'm out. But they're just paying more in rent. They're probably making less money. The person in the industrial park with the $5 beer probably has a better margin on the coastal guy that's probably paying $5 a square foot. So, sours all the way. Sours all the way. Sours, when I first started drinking sours, going back to the whole Sierra Nevada high school thing, it kind of hits you the same way, right? Like when you first start drinking IPAs and it tastes like soap, it's like when you first start drinking sours, it's like this just tastes like vinegar. This tastes like salt and vinegar. This tastes like mustard. And the more you have them, you're like, okay. And then the culture kind of makes you feel stupid. Everyone's like, oh, sours are so popular. Everyone's so into them. You're like, okay. And then the more you try them, you're like, well, I'm a vinegar junkie. And I literally just dip chips in mustard all day. And when you drink them, you're like, okay, I get it. Like, this is like, somebody studied the other day. They were like, a kettle sour is the closest to, it wasn't wine spritzer. It was the closest to just a very alternative craft beer beverage. If you go like 5 or 6 years ago, it was just like we'd go to breweries and it was like the 8%, the double IPA, the black IPA, the Imperial IPA, the Mosaic, the Simcoe, the Amarillo. And then it's like Pilsners weren't around then. The malty beers were. It was ambers and British milds and porters and stouts. But it's like you can't realistically drink too many of those. So it's like the craft beer scene went so far this way. There's always got to be a balance. There's always a balance. There's never not going to be a balance because you'll burn yourself out going on too much of that side. So it had to kind of come back to like hard seltzers and craft pilsners and kettle sours and lower percent stuff. And maybe that's why people were drawn to it. Maybe they were just so burned out. Remember, I don't know if it was a Pliny the Elder thing that kind of created that path, but our number one selling beer when I first worked at Booze Brothers 5 years ago was a double IPA. And they don't even make the beer anymore. They should bring it back, but that's just kind of like the 10-second elevator speech on like the trend. 6 years ago, it was just Imperial double IPA. And now it's like, they don't even make that beer anymore. So I don't know. It's kind of weird on, who still consistently goes out and drinks 8-9% beers. It's not me. I'd rather just taste them and, half pints and maybe a bomber with a friend at a house. But like, we literally just would go out and drink pints of that shit. And yeah, Beer Revolution for sure. Beer Revolution for sure. John McLaughlin, I hate it when all the beers cost nearly the same at the brewery despite the cost of ingredients for that particular brew. Well, yeah, I'm with John. I understand that. You would think that the tap room's always going to be cheaper, but it's the distribution that's eating the cost. The distribution, you can move it to a million different cities, but the further out you go, the margins go like that, but you still have to keep it at the same price. If I ever opened up a brewery, which I don't think would ever happen, but never say never. And if I did, it would be manageable. I think it would be 2 tasting rooms, never sold out. I mean, no, because I would never want to do food. If it wasn't in America, it would be 2 small tasting rooms. Tops. Like dive bar style tasting rooms. And I would just have a little 1 barrel, 2 barrel system in the back. CH, my wife said earlier she thought you said you hate lagers. I definitely do not. I was going to ship you a case of Lane & Cogan's until I heard that. I don't think at all I said I hate lagers. But thanks for the thought. Thanks for the gesture, man. Appreciate that. Are you in Germany? Who's this guy? Beer's just fun. It's just fun. Once you make beer, you're like, oh, let's make a 10% beer. Oh, let's make a dark beer. Oh, let's make a sour beer. You can do it. Like we can all just do it. Just takes a little bit of research, a little bit of effort, and a cool wife. Her girlfriend, her roommates. Where's that guy from? Germany. Treehouse Brewing is what Travis sent out. And those beers were awesome. Treehouse is like the probably better than Treehouse has, I think, way more selection. Like the breweries in California that have credibility are, I mean, we're talking about beers that you could get in all 50 states, or probably Alpine Duet, Alpine, Nelson, Blind Pig. And I don't think anything else is even cool anymore. Questions aren't showing up? Drive-through pickup right now? I don't know what that means. The system's holding it down, though. I'm going to hear this in the morning, and I'm going to be either super stoked or super bummed. Does anyone want to go run in the morning? 5 cider recipes. Dude, let's bring cider back. Why don't we brew with more things? Has anybody ever even thought about that? You can get sugar from anything. You can get sugar. I mean, what are the things that make money? Beer's malt, cider's apples, meat is honey, kombucha's tea. But it's like, and hard seltzer, I guess, would be cane sugar or dextrose or corn sugar. But it's like, you can get sugar from anything. From anything. I don't know. Lagunitas is the shits. Lagunitas is the absolute shit. I love them. I went to college up by them. They, to this day, I don't know if you guys have, where can I get that shirt? I'll try to throw a link in it. Do you guys really want the shirt? I'm still here. Can you guys hear me? See me? Let's try to figure this out. Got an early start. I don't know what that means. Trevor's trolling me. So we'll go to Home Brunch for Life. We're finally starting to show up on Google. Shut up. I don't know. Maybe we're not paying the bills. Local Honeybee is my go-to. Captain Crunch IPA, that's a great name. Is it really 10 o'clock? There's no way. It is 10 o'clock. I don't know. I don't know how people are supposed to buy these shirts. Sorry, guys. Is my internet All right, here we go. Colorado here. Colorado in the house. What's up, man? Still watching? Hey, thank you so much, guys. I don't know. I don't think it works on Windows. I think you have to be on a maybe a Mac. Oh, I'll check into that though. Sorry, guys. Gotta get on the shirt. Hey, thanks for everybody still take off the shirt. I just have another t-shirt on underneath it. That's what I say, man. Newcastle tastes like a New Belgium 155. I don't know what that means. Yeah, this has to be different from Homebrew for Life. Everybody in here is way too much into beer, as they should be. The good thing about this wide angle lens is it makes my living room look way better. That window is like right here. And right here is this, my couch. This is where I'm going to sleep. My shit box. Smoke some weed and watch Game of Thrones or play some Zelda or something. I don't know. This is pretty rad. We did the 3-hour mark. Hey, cheers to you guys, man. 3 hours. Who's been here for over half an hour? This is incredible. You guys are the real MVPs. It's 10 o'clock. Crazy. There's my bed. Don't mind this little penis thing. My sister got this for me in Jamaica or some shit. All right, guys. Well, it looks like it's winding down. I say we call it. I say we call it out. I want to cheers to you guys. I want to make myself not look like I'm too fat for this. Pretty much have to be leaning forward. Real quick, what is Discord? Is that what the kids are saying these days? To recirculate or not during MASH, pros and cons? We always recirculate. Pros and cons? Wide angle for life. Pros and cons of recirculating? Yeah, a lot of pros and cons. We'll do it next time though. 45 minutes. NBC, can I make this thing smaller? All right, let's do a real NBC, and then we're gonna kick rocks. 2 a.m. here. Jorge Castro, you're the bro. Hey, there's fucking Rob. That's my homie out there. Battalion Rob here, man. Dude, let me know next time. I'll wear your t-shirt. Cheers to Rob. He's starting a brewery out there in Florida. Rob, you got a beer in front of you? Brunch? Ryan Elkins, thank you. 2 hours and 45 minutes. Josh Smith. Hey, this is to you guys, man. Been here the whole time. If we weren't here, if you guys weren't here, we wouldn't be here. Hold on. Favorite modern old school style game? Me and Donnie actually play Super Meat Boy all the time. It is fucking fun. It reminds me of Lemmings. Video chat, we'll work on that. Thank you so much for that, guys. Look at this. This is all like the cast. It's coming in. It's only going to get better. Once a week, I'll spend a day just trying to figure this thing out. I'll try to figure out how to get people more involved, maybe some call-in stuff, maybe just like a set schedule. We'll do Tuesdays or Wednesdays. I don't know. CH, once I got a canner set up, I'll send you some ciders. Can't wait, bro. Fuck yeah. Rob, everybody, let's NBC it, baby. I want to do the actual real one now. So let's go to 1 second, everybody. All right, here we go. You still here? 3, 2, 1. Mentor bitch.